Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Janae Mixon and Joseph Brown. The two of you have been together for 2.5 years. You have been engaged for the last year. You love each other, but you're not quite sure you can get it to work out. That's why you came to see me. You brought your marriage license, and you've given me permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. You've also filled out my compatibility test, and we will get to that momentarily. Before any of that occurs, Ms. Mixon, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about you and why you are concerned about the viability of this relationship?
Well, Judge, my mom had me when she was 17. Then she had me when she was 18. Mm-hmm. She graduated with me on her hip. Then I was raised by my grandma because my mom was into drugs. I moved out to Los Angeles with my mom when I was 14. When I currently resigned out here with my mom ended up selling me to a pimp for $100. I started into the prostitution when I was 14, all the way to the time I was 19. So when I met Mr. Brown in February 2015, I wanted something different for my life. You know, I didn't want to do the prostitution anymore. I really wanted something really different. We met through a mutual friend through social media. You know, we were talking. We were really good friends. He asked me, can we start talking? I said yes. Every Friday, he would send edible arrangements for me and my daughter. Sending money out here to make sure we were okay.
Well done, Mr. Brown. Well done. First of all, Ms. Mixon, before you say anything else, I am so glad you're here and standing and straight and tall and getting this. I'm just so proud of you. You had every opportunity in the world to fall down and stay down, but you didn't. And I'm just impressed and happy to see you. I just want to let you know.
Thank you. He came out here after we started talking together. He came out here a few months later for his vacation. We spent 2 weeks with each other. Then he had to go back to work in Burlington, Vermont. He went back to work. As soon as he got back, he said he wanted to move to LA to actually be with me. And we've been together ever since.
Now, let me ask you, Mr. Brown, when did you find out about her past?
During one of our conversations on the phone, she was talking about one of her friends who had got murdered as she was working. It came up then.
It came up then, yeah. And all that. Now, a lot of guys, wrongly so, but would be put off by that. Why weren't you?
Well, I was in a previous relationship before, and as she stated, you know what I'm saying, she wanted change, I wanted change too. My previous relationship, it was just lies throughout lies.
Right.
So I moved to Vermont. You know, my sister was staying up there. She told me I can come stay with her for a while, find me a job, which I did. But then all of a sudden, it got too cold in Vermont.
All of a sudden, it got too cold in Vermont.
Yeah,
I hear you.
It was very freezing up there. Like, one day we had to work in negative 35 to negative 50 degree weather.
Yeah, no.
So that was the point of me saying, you know, I can't be in Vermont no more, you know.
How much time elapsed between initially meeting and you being together?
I want to say a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks?
Yes, only because I wanted something different. I was used to the bad life, and I wanted to try something different.
Well, what about him was different? What did he say or what did he do that led you to believe he could give you different?
Well, when I told him about my past, because that's what I did, I came out and told him about my past, because I'm the type of person, I don't like anybody coming to you telling you anything about me.
Right.
Because ain't nobody can tell you nothing about me besides me.
Gotcha.
And when I told him, he wasn't judgmental. And the first thing he said, I don't care about your past. I want to be in your future.
Oh, Mr. Brown, you're looking so good over there. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm surprised it's not just sparkling on that side of the room. You know that? Not that you're not a reason to sparkle for, but you're looking good with it. Why are we here today? So far, I'm ready to be invited to the wedding. What's the problem?
You know, it's a couple of problems in our relationship that, you know, we feel like we need to work out. For one, it's this one female I call East Coast Girl. He cannot let go of East Coast Girl for nothing. We have a 1-year-old son together. And every time she phone, talk, anything, it's how is our son or how is my son? You didn't spend 14 hours in labor birthing that boy.
Now, hang on a second. At any point in time, are you aware that Mr. Brown and East Coast Girl had a sexual relationship?
He told me he hasn't, but I don't believe that, because there is more than numerous occasions behind that. When I'm 6 months pregnant with our son, he's at work, he comes home, something tells me to get his phone. I get his phone, it's a lingerie picture of East Coast Girl. He tells me, oh no, it's for my coworker. If it's for your coworker, she should have sent the picture to his phone, not yours.
Mr. Brown, why don't you tell us about the East Coast Girl?
The situation out here when she was 6 months pregnant, it came to the point where I was on the phone with her, and it was some coworkers who asked who it was, and I explained to them who it was. They asked for a picture. So I asked her, would they send a picture? Would she send a picture? She sent the picture, but she didn't have their numbers to send the picture to.
So she sent the picture to you?
She sent the picture to me. I'm the type of person, I don't have nothing to hide, so why...
That's a show and delete situation, if you ask.
Exactly, but it's a show and delete situation, but I'm the type of person, I don't have nothing to hide, so why delete something if I'm not doing nothing with her?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not about to...
Is that the most incriminating thing that happened with East Coast Girl?
No.
We're going to take a second. I'm going to give you an opportunity, and then you're going to tell me what the most outrageous East Coast Girl story you got.
I go in his phone. He's telling her, oh, I don't think this baby is mine. I have to wait till this baby is born. You know, I got his phone in his face like, you don't think whose child is yours?
Mr. Brown, your version of those events. So what's the most incriminating story you have about the girl from the East Coast?
Okay, I was 8 months pregnant with our son. He's sleeping in the bed. I say it's around 6 o'clock in the morning. Once again, something tells me a woman's intermission. I get his phone. I go in his phone. He's telling her, oh, I don't think this baby is mine. I have to wait till this baby is born. So you know what I do? I go over there, wake him up. Excuse me. Hello, can you wake up? You know, I got his phone in his face like, you don't think whose child is yours? Oh, what are you talking about? So I showed him. He tried to take it. No, don't take the phone. He's like, oh, well, you know, I just told her that because me and you got into an argument and I didn't want her to know the truth, so you rather lie to her and tell her that you think that our son is not yours. So what I did, I said, okay, since you want to lie, no, you are not allowed in no delivery room. No, you are not allowed to sign no birth certificate. No, you are not allowed to cut no umbilical cord until I get a DNA test. No, he didn't want to do it. Okay, you won't be in the delivery room.
Mr. Brown, your version of those events.
When the conversation was given, like I said earlier, it was a relationship in the past that I went through for years of just lies.
Right.
Because of the lies came from her lying about being pregnant.
All right.
So I didn't know what to believe when, you know what I'm saying, she told me she was pregnant, this, that, and the other, you know. So I went ahead and thought what I wanted to think. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was true, what was not true. I don't know if she was lying to me, if she wasn't.
So how did the East Coast Girl get involved in your consternation over as to whether or not that baby was yours?
Just somebody that, you know, I confided in, you know. It was like we're somebody to talk to.
Right.
Know? It wasn't like I could,
Can I give you my little 10 cents on free radical women? Mm-hmm. A free radical is a kind of atom that has an extra electron out there and it goes attaching itself to things and people. But when you get into the habit of talking to a woman about how your relationship isn't working, opportunities pop up in their head. And you may not be getting the best advice because there's always an opportunity that may be you and she. You know what I'm saying? It's not good business. It's not good practice. Doesn't make her a bad person, but it's not a smart decision on your part to talk with free radical women. What do you think is the major impediment to you two just waltzing down the aisle together?
She has friends as well. As one, he feels as if he can still say and do what he feels like he should do.
What kind of things is he saying and doing that you object to?
We should be together. You should have my child. You should leave him, come up here and be with me, you know.
Ms. Mixon, is that accurate?
Yes, that is accurate, Judge, but I tell this man all the time, I am with somebody. I do not want you. I have never been in a relationship with this man. We have never touched, kissed, nothing. It's called a fatal attraction. He likes me. I do not like him.
Do you entertain any conversations with him?
Yeah, I do, because simple fact, how I am, yes. If he's going to entertain East Coast girl, I might as well entertain him.
Let me tell you something. First of all, that is a very new age response to problems. Instead of just dealing with the problem in between, I'm going to go out. He's doing something. He could be doing something wrong, so I'm going to do something just as wrong. That's a recipe for disaster. That's number one, too. If he's a little junior stalker, you don't talk to him at all. It encourages them. He's a free radical. He'll attach to you if he gets the opportunity to do so. And especially if he doesn't know what the boundaries are, one day you're going to look up, he's leering in your window or something. You don't want that happening. All I'm saying is that's a very dangerous game of tit for tat that you don't want to get involved in. And now that we've talked about this, we're going to move on to your professions of love, your compatibility tests, and other things that may be amiss. Janae and Joseph, I wanted to have an opportunity to speak with you in chambers because I wanted you to know how special I think you are as a couple. I want you to know how special I think you are as a woman. And I hope you understand that I don't impress easy and I don't impress often, but I am impressed by you. The one last thing, and this has to do with free radicals, you said, and I believe, Mr. Brown, you admit that East Coast girl was calling the two of your babies hers.
Yes.
What did you do about that, Mr. Brown?
I set the record straight. You know, you shouldn't. She feels some type of way about you calling our son yours. So
Why did she do that? Can I ask?
I guess it's. I don't know.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you why she's doing it. She's claiming ownership of you. Just your friend, no, but she's claiming some kind of ownership of you by insinuating herself into that one special thing you have with another woman. She's insinuating herself into that. There are things going on in the back of her mind that she has not expressed to you. You know what I'm saying? Have you cut her loose?
Yes, ma'am.
No, Your Honor. We just had a newborn recently. She'll be 2 months on the 26th. She was born 6 weeks early. You know, it was doing between me and his drugs addiction for marijuana and cocaine. But as of today, you know, we'll be 6 months clean next month on the 27th.
Yes.
My oldest daughter comes home on the 31st of this month, and our son comes home next month on the 27th.
Hallelujah.
Both of us right now are currently in programs. You know, we do what we need to do as far as getting our kids back. We left that past behind us, you know, the drugs behind us. So when our daughter was born, she had to go in the NICU. So we can't bring phones, we can't bring anything in the hospital. So he's upstairs. I have to go downstairs to call the social worker to say that they're going to release our newborn to us because our newborn was born with nothing in her system. So to this day, we still get to keep our newborn.
Right.
So his phone is in the car. I go through his phone once again. June 3rd, he sits up in here and inboxes her and says, oh yeah, he says, oh, you're not talking to me anymore? She said, what are you talking about? He was just like, oh, well, we just had little man's birthday. Oh, how is my son? Oh, he got me tired, ran around at his birthday party. But before that, he just told me that he texted her and told her, oh, well, since you can't respect me and Janae's relationship, there's no reason for me and you to talk. Oh, I'm just going to sit here and block you. And he called me and told me he said that. But you're still inboxing her. You're still talking to her.
Can I want to stop. And I want to talk to the two of you. Because I like me some Mixon Brown. I really do. It's like a country. We're going to build us a new separate country. The country of Mixon Brown. You the king, you the empress. And we're going to talk about how you can build your kingdom and your empire without some free radical concerns. So I'm going to adjourn this court, and we're going to reconvene in my chambers. Janae and Joseph, I wanted to have an opportunity to speak with you in chambers because I wanted you to know how special I think you are as a couple. I want you to know how special I think you are as a woman. No one handed you anything. You fought and scratched for every piece of peace and honor and life that you have, and I really respect that. And I hope you understand that I don't impress easy and I don't impress often, but I am impressed by you. I want you to take that in and feel it and know it and have this image of me telling you that all the time so you can really know how fabulous you are and how difficult what you did it. And Joseph, you picked a great woman and you were a great dude. You know how to love her, you know how to take care of her. And she's gonna have issues that will continue because she's had a lot to work through. But what I want you to do is build the country Mixon Brown. Instead of going to the free radicals, whenever there is a pain or a concern, you come to one another. And you come to one another with a game plan. Reach out that hand, my man. Baby, I got this concern. And then you say what it is. And then you say, this is what I heard you just tell me. Is that right? So you can hear and feel one another. And there should be a place in your house that is just a spot where you two hold your hands and speak truth to one another. But never speak any word about either one of you outside of that house before you've spoken it to one another. You with me? Because you have to honor what you've done. You have to honor what you've been through. You have to honor who he is and who you are. And you have to honor all that work you did for yourself to become the woman that you are today. And I want you to promise me, and I mean promise me, you will take your issues to one another before you speak word one. And when I say speak word one, I mean Facebook, I mean all kinds of social media, letters, text. I don't want none of that to happen. I don't want that world inside the country Mixon Brown. That's your country. I think the world is yours. I think your children are lucky. I think you're lucky to have one another, and I want you to believe that and remember that. And I just wanted you to know how much I honor who you are and what you've done, and I think you should get married. Don't have a big wedding, have a small one. Only 4 people showed up at mine. Had that brother 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Small wedding, save your money, because you said something really good about money. It said I was sending her money so we would have something to start our life off with.
Yeah.
I like it. No fingernails, nothing. You with me?
Yep.
God bless you both. You're fantastic. I just love you.
Thank you.
I wish you the best, and I want pictures of the wedding.
Thank you, honey.
Today on Divorce Court.
After 15 years of dedicating my life to my husband, Sean, I'm just done with it. I just can't trust him, and he just can't hold down a full-time job.
She cheated in the past, and she hides stuff from me.
It's just been so many years of just not knowing who he is anymore, and I just feel like we've both grown apart. Sean's goals were to be a professional athlete, and I feel like a family and a wife weren't included in that vision. I feel like a person who loves you and cares about you will not cause you to become somebody that you dislike.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Erica Jefferson and Sean Jefferson. Joe, the two of them have been together for 15 years, married for 11. Ms. Jefferson, you're only 28. Mr. Jefferson, you are 32. You don't want to be married anymore. You have 4 children together. I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Jefferson. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how you got together and why we're here today?
Okay, Your Honor. Sean and I met in our neighborhood when I was 12. And when I first met him, I just knew that he was going to be my husband. I knew right away. And we ended up having our first child. And we got married when I was 17 with my parents' blessing.
Uh-huh.
And then just after that, things just kind of went downhill.
Okay. Mr. Jefferson, is that an accurate story about how you two got together?
Yes, it's the truth.
Was it love at first sight for you as well? Or did she have to work on you a little bit?
Work on me.
Yeah, okay. And how long did she work on you till you decided she was the one? Did you know before the baby?
Yes.
You knew before the first
Yes.
baby? Okay. When you say things just went downhill, what do you mean?
Well, I just thought that it was going to be our happily ever after, Your Honor. So I I thought that we were going to be together forever, basically. And then I found out that I couldn't trust him. And he just wasn't the person.
When and how did you find out you couldn't trust him?
Over the years, there was just things that weren't adding up. I lost a lot of friends during the course of our relationship because I thought that they were pursuing him, but I found out that he was actually pursuing them. It started with a phone that he had. He had a secret phone. And also just on the tablet, he was really sloppy with hiding evidence, Your Honor. He just left emails open.
Emails that indicated, let's get together.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, sexy.
Yes, hey, sexy. Like, yup, like, how are you? Oh, I just got out the shower type of stuff. Like, let's meet up, go to a hotel.
How deep into the marriage were you before you started to see that kind of thing?
It was small stuff, so I just kind of let it go because I just believed everything that he told me. So when he told me it wasn't nothing, I believed him like it was the Bible. Like, I just followed what he said.
Mr. Jefferson, do you care to respond to that? Did those things happen?
Well, for the cell phone, we were separated at the time when I had a cell phone. Because at the time, my parents, her parents bought us a cell phone and then cut me off the line. So I wanted to make sure I had a cell phone for getting jobs and everything. So
you were on a break.
We was on a break. Yeah, when I had a cell phone, we was on a break.
Why did you go on a break? What was happening before the break that made the break necessary?
I believe that we got the argument, and then she was like back and forth. And then,
do you know why?
No, nope.
You don't have any clue. Were you arguing all the time?
Yeah, we was arguing. Yeah, arguing.
What were you arguing about? Was it about trust? Was it about dinner? Was it about money?
It was about trust. It was about trust.
On your part?
Yeah, on my part, yeah.
So when you say all that happened while I was on a break, there was some infidelity going on before the break that caused the break.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't make me work so hard. Do you know what I mean? Just go ahead and say, when were you first unfaithful to her?
Probably 2 years into the relationship.
2 years into the relationship. Was this an ongoing situation that you had, that multiple women, one woman that kept cropping up in your relationship, or did you have several missteps with different women?
No, just one.
Just one?
Your Honor, no.
Ms. Jefferson, why don't you tell me the truth?
Please, thank you. Your Honor, it was several women. Like, it was one instance where he was doing the thing on social media and he met up with these women, and one of them actually had the nerve to contact me when I was trying to find out where he was because he disappeared for a couple of days, didn't contact anybody and let us know if he was safe or where he was. She contacted me with the nerve to tell me that, you know,
he's with me?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Mr. Jefferson, did all that occur?
It's true. But at the time, we were separated because she was seeing somebody, a neighbor, and talking to them.
Were you seeing the neighbor?
Yes, I was. But Your Honor, that was after years of him lying to me and already cheating on me, and I felt like enough was enough. And yes, we were separated at that time.
So you were separated in such a way that you felt that you had the right to see other people, right?
Yes, Your Honor. At one of the times that we were separated during my lowest moments, I did step out, and then at that time, it made me dislike myself as a person even more. And then that's when I started feeling like, well, maybe we're not meant to be together.
Mr. Jefferson, why do you think you ended up getting separated? Is it that you don't know, or you just don't want to cop to it? Because I'm feeling like you just don't want to cop to it.
No, it's the truth. Stuff happens. It's my fault. I mean, I apologize. It's my fault. You know what I'm saying?
I guess the question then becomes, do you want to let it go now? You're in here on a divorce proceeding. Do you want this to be the end of it?
No, I don't want to let it go. She wanted to let it go. We got 4 kids, so I'm not trying to let it go.
You're not trying to let it go?
Nope.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to work on it.
What do you think needs to happen in order for it to work out?
Building our trust.
Building on your trust.
Yes.
And who needs to work on that part the most?
Me.
Okay. I know you got married young, so I want to talk about what you expected as far as the roles were concerned and if your expectations were realistic.
Jobs I had, man, she'll stress me out to the point that I have to leave because she'd be like, call me every 5 minutes when I was a merchandiser.
Are you one of those people?
When he was working and he was bringing home his paycheck, it was fine. But he was cheating, and then the money was being spent on these other women.
Oh, my. You You said something in your paperwork that just broke my heart, and I want to read it to you. You said, after Sean came back from school, he was a completely different person. He wasn't as awesome as I pictured him to be. Tell me about who he was when he came back.
Well, when we had our first son, he was in college, and he was playing on the basketball team at the school he was going to. And it didn't work out there with his roommates and with school, so he had to come back home.
Okay.
And when he came back home, I feel like he showed a lot of resentment towards me and our child. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he just didn't value us, and he was just hung up on his own inner issues that he wasn't prioritizing our
or
family.
Taking care of or honoring or loving the family. Mr. Jefferson, do you understand what she just said?
She got that story all wrong.
You tell me how it really went.
All right, so I left school because my son was being born. I decided, hey, school wasn't for me. So I decided to go and get a job and start working.
Okay.
And I always put my family first. I try to do everything I can, cleaning up, helping out with the kids, doing chores, doing everything I can.
So she just misread you?
Yeah. Because when I decided to come back home, I decided that was my fault. It was my
What
job.
was your fault?
Not my fault. It was my job to take care of the kids.
So did you leave school to take care of your responsibilities?
Yes.
But for those responsibilities, would you have remained in school?
Probably so.
What was he failing to do that made you believe that he became a priority and that you and your family were secondary in his existence?
Your Honor, he signed up for a gym membership, which is great, but he didn't consult me first. He signed a contract, and we weren't financially stable to be able to pay for that and to also pay for our rent and to do other things for our children.
Did you sign up for a gym membership and financially you weren't cool?
Nah, I was good with it. I was working at the time. I was working full time. And I put her on a gym membership too. She could use it too.
Yeah, but when you say working, how deep was your paycheck?
I was working. We was living at our parents' house at the time.
Yeah, but how deep was your paycheck?
I mean, it wasn't deep, but I had enough money over for a gym membership.
Just because you can manage to pay for something doesn't mean you can't afford it. And here's what she was saying. That was a very self-centered thing to do. Because if you're living in somebody's parents' house, you don't have your own home. You're not providing a roof. She wanted her own home. She wanted a roof. She wanted to have a couple extra dollars in the bank if somebody needed braces or if somebody needed, something, and you're taking care of a gym membership. The Pampers all taken care of, the clothes. You don't have anything extra in the bank. You don't have a deposit for your own apartment, but you're looking good. Do you see how she feels about that?
I understand what you're saying. Yes, ma'am.
That wasn't a fatherly, husbandly decision. That was a young man decision.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I didn't think about it, but now I do. I understand.
So could you go one step further with me and thinking, since I thought that was rational and reasonable at the time, that maybe my entire thought process was such that she felt abandoned and secondary because I wasn't thinking my priorities weren't straight. Can you walk with me that far?
I understand, yes, ma'am. I understand.
You with me?
Yes.
Because that's what happened.
I understand.
Whether you believe it or not.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You say he doesn't have much of a work ethic. I want you to tell me about that, because that, to me, is something a person can cure. I know this is an unusual circumstance. It's an odd place to be. Nobody wants to beg publicly, but if I was about to lose my wife, who's going to walk off with the 4 kids, I would be a little more sprightly in my responses and a little more, give me something. There's so much I would like to talk about. I want you to first talk about why you believe he doesn't have a good work ethic. I'm going to let you respond to that. Then I want to talk to you about your point of view with respect to your children. Go ahead.
Well, Your Honor, as far as his work ethic goes, he has all the energy in the world when it comes to working out and going to the gym, and he can prioritize that time. But when it comes to just holding down a steady job, he doesn't either want to go or he doesn't want to show up, and he just doesn't want to stick to something regular. He wanted to try to be a truck driver, and that would have been fine if he didn't previously get in an automobile accident with our vehicle before, and he wasn't the same after that.
Okay. Mr. Jefferson, what do you say with respect to her contention that you don't have a good work ethic?
I do have a good work ethic. I mean, I tried to get a job this year, and she told me I couldn't be a truck driver, and told me she would leave me if I become a truck driver because she heard stories about truck drivers cheating.
Oh, okay. And your response to that was what?
I just went on, kept looking for another job.
Did you get another job?
Not yet.
How long have you been unemployed?
For about 2 years.
No, ma'am. It's been longer than 2 years.
I mean, you can get a fast food job.
Jobs I had, man, she'll stress me out to the point that I had to leave because she'd be like, calling me every 5 minutes when I was a merchandiser.
Are you one of those people?
Your Honor, the only time I was calling him is when he was cheating on me with the girls he was working with. That's the only time, Your Honor. Other than that, when he was working and he was bringing home his paycheck, it was fine. But he was cheating, and then the money was being spent on these other women.
Oh, my. You know, if you really want to get your family back, you got to get a job. You know, you got to show that you're willing to, because you're saying, well, she's going to mess it up, so I'm not going to go get a job. She's going to call me too much, so I'm not going to get it. She's leaving you. She's divorcing you. Get a job, and if she starts to dial you dynamically, as you contend she does, deal with that later, but you got to do your part. You can't say, I'm not going to try hard and do my part because she may mess up her part. Do you see what I'm with you? That's grown man business. That's not, you know, oh, I'm not going to put myself out there because there might be a problem on the back end. Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Oh, Mr. Jefferson, I'm trying to gather myself and find energy to enable you and to prompt you because you want to stay, but you don't even. You're one note. And I know this is an unusual circumstance. It's an odd place to be. Nobody wants to beg publicly, but if I was about to lose my wife, who's going to walk off with the 4 kids, I would be a little more sprightly in my responses and a little more, give me something.
But unfortunately, she's not going to walk with the kids. I had the house.
It's his father's house, Your Honor.
I
so
live there, so the kids going to stay with me.
The response to that is so jacked up.
And I'm going to take care of my kids.
That was the most jacked up response you could have given. So I got the logistics wrong. That's not the point. You told me you wanted to save this marriage. You told me you wanted to give your children a 2-parent household. You told me you wanted this thing to work out. You told me you would do it whatever's necessary. When I'm telling you, you got to at first look like you wanna, and you correct me on some logistics. The kids are gonna stay with me. What the heck? Why would she want to stay? Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. Jefferson?
I understand what you're saying.
Wow. Mrs. Jefferson, the remainder of my time, I want to speak with you. Mrs. Jefferson, you want $285 for the cost of a 3-night stay in a hotel. Why don't you explain that to me?
Your Honor.
It doesn't seem much to want after 15 years, but let me figure out why she wants it.
Your Honor, my favorite place in the whole wide world is the beach. And one of the times where he decided to leave and disappear, he took another woman on a trip to the beach. And he spent that money on her, and they stayed at a hotel room. And I had the pleasure of seeing the photos of them together.
And you say he spent that money?
On the
$285 on the other woman?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get the number 285 from?
It's just the estimate that I looked
Mr.
up.
Jefferson, were you off on a dalliance with another woman in a hotel that you used family funds for?
No, it wasn't family funds, but it's true.
What do you mean it wasn't family funds?
This was extra money I had.
You ain't got no extra money when you're married with 4 kids.
I know.
Ain't no such thing.
It was bonus money. It was a gift.
It was a gift?
Yeah.
Now you just making stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just making stuff up. It just sounds silly. There's this concept in the law. I mean, sometimes the law can be a beast and an ugly thing. And typically, there's no fault divorce, and everybody splits it down the middle. But some states, seeing how wrong that was, imposed a notion known as marital misconduct. In other words, like, if you guys got $1 million between the two of you and you spend half of it gambling, they're not going to let you split the other half when you're divorced. She gets the whole other half because you shooed away that money doing things that are maritally inappropriate. So you shouldn't be able to spend that money and then take half of what she's got left. So it's an idea that you can't spend money doing bad things and take that away from the marital assets. You ain't got no assets, but you will get the $285. I'm going to tell you that much. Just on the whatever. Having said that, I will say this. Mrs. Jefferson, I was going to fuss at you early on about there is no such thing as happily ever after. There is no such thing as did I get the right guy. You know, you get a good guy, you get a decent guy, and then you have to work at the marriage. There's no magic. But it's too late for that. You got 4 kids, you beautiful as all get out. What you need to do is make sure that you are focused on your educational and employment situation, yes, so you and your children can be fine. Always make sure he pays his child support, because you're going to go upward and onward and forward. He's not to be trusted. He doesn't have the character that is necessary to be a good husband. He just doesn't. He does what he wants, when he wants, and he doesn't, even in the throes of a divorce that he says he doesn't want, he doesn't come in here and come clean and come correct and come hard and come willingly. He's over there, you know, hemming and hawing and not telling the truth, and we were on a break and can't say, hey, I was a bad dude, but I'm better now. So you're better off. $285 isn't much to get started with, but child support, child support, child support. Get a gig, get a gig, get a gig. Always allow him to see his children. Yes, always encourage that relationship between you and him, and you need to be a better person. This matter is adjourned. $285 in favor of Mr. Johnson.
I just really wanted it to work. But I've invested so much time and effort into it, and then nothing's gotten better. Nothing's changed. I hate the person that I've become over time, and I'm working on trying to rebuild myself. And I'm working on just helping him too. I'm always motivate him. I'm always going to be in his corner. I'm always going to be there for him. And I just hope that he'll be there for me too.
Today on Divorce Court.
Him watching porn has been an issue.
She feels I've chosen porn over her numerous times.
I cheated on him because I wanted to feel like I was enough, and he made me feel like I wasn't enough.
She has tried to make me feel like it's my fault that she cheated.
As far as the cheating goes, I take full responsibility that it was my choice, that I chose to do it, but he definitely pushed me to want to do it because of the way he's treated me over the years.
A lot of times I feel like she expects me to be an absolute mind reader.
At this point, I'm not sure if I can see myself spending the rest of my life with him. There's definitely a lot of work that has to be done.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Ashley Stevenson and Jason Stevenson. Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson, you have been together for 9 years, married for 7. You have 5 children. Get this, 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Wow. So you get an award just for being upright. You two are having some difficulties, and you've come here today to ask my advice. So, Mrs. Stevenson, I'm going to get right with it and start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today in divorce court?
I'm here today to get some advice, and he's been watching porn for 9 years, and it's been a major problem. It makes me feel insecure and unwanted, like I'm not enough.
How much porn does he watch?
I don't really know how often or how much, but I know it's been going on periodically over our entire relationship.
Is it so much so that instead of engaging with you, he's engaging with that? Or is it just something that you have an idea that, yeah, I know he does it, but I never see him do it, or he's never not around because he's doing it?
At times I feel like he has ignored me because of it.
Right. Mr. Stevenson, she's accused you of watching a lot of porn. What say you?
As far as a lot of porn, I wouldn't say that.
But you do watch porn?
I did, yes.
You did? No longer?
I no longer, yes.
Since?
About a month ago.
A 30-day reprieve, huh? There you go. This is like
I don't remember
how long ago it was.
When the last exact
Let me
time
ask you this. Have you guys argued about your use of porn?
Yes.
And what do you see as her position, and why do you think it was wrong?
As far as my position today, I feel a little bit differently now because she left and I had to open my eyes. And I have a daughter, so I feel a little bit differently over the last, month and a half since I stopped.
Right.
But as far as when we were in the relationship and I was doing it, it was sometimes you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, okay. Did you think it was something she had a right to be upset about, or you were like, look, this is a normal thing. What is your problem?
Yes, that was my stance, yes.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. If it was a reasonable amount and it didn't interrupt your life in any other way, why be upset about it? Not that I'm a proponent. I'm not, I'm Switzerland in this. But I'm just saying, if it's not, because I have people come in here talking about they do porn 4 or 5 hours a day.
I don't know how long or how often he did it for, but I just know that it made me feel insecure. Like, why, if I'm willing to do whatever you want me to do, then why do you need to watch that?
Here's my point of view, and I'm just going to say it, and then we can just leave it alone and go somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not interrupting anything. You're doing it 4 or 5 hours a day.
She was still getting it every day.
You do it. You know what I mean? You getting plenty of sex, and he needs a little extra, and he wants to take care of it all. I don't care. I mean, to me, as a practical matter, because sex sometimes is a practical matter to a guy.
So we're going to stay here?
No. We're going to move on. What do you think is another problem in your relationship?
Not communicating properly.
What do you mean by that?
Sometimes I feel like she wants me to read her mind and what she wants, and there are little, whispers and hints, but I'm not reading between the lines properly.
You're not getting a direct statement.
Exactly.
Ms. Stevenson, do you believe you two have a problem with communication?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me what it looks like from your side of the equation?
Sometimes I do say things and he don't listen. And, I'll tell him exactly what I want or what I'm thinking, but he's preoccupied. Well, before it would be with video games or whatever, and he wouldn't really be listening to what I was saying.
Right. Do you think he's preoccupied with small screens? I don't care what's on them, but I mean, in video games, I see a lot in here people getting involved with the small screen more than their real life. Is that part of what you're accusing him of?
He used to, yeah.
But he's better now. Can you tell me an example of a situation where you've asked him for something and simply didn't get a response? Simply he's not listening.
For instance, if I'm like, all right, it's time to get the kids ready for bed, but he's playing the game, so he doesn't respond right away.
Mr. Stevenson, are you completely available when you're at home? Sometimes you can be home and not really be there.
There have been times where I have been preoccupied with other things. But the things that I was preoccupied with, I was available in between those times to tell the kids not to do something or, listening.
So you pop your head up every once in a while, say, cut it out, little Johnny, and then back down to what you were doing. Is that what you're telling me?
Sort of, yes.
Is that what you were saying? That's why she was mad, because you weren't fully available, Popping your head up every once in a while doesn't relieve us of the ongoing duty of constant care of the whole situation. You just popping your head in, so you go to work. You don't work outside the home, do you?
No.
Oh, my God, how could you? You know what I mean? But popping it, you just being there and popping up every once in a while, she's still carrying the full load, and that feels like you're not listening or hearing her or not caring what she needs to get done, because you're just popping your head up every once in a while. You're not coming in and taking care of something. You with me on that one?
Yes.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about cheating.
Last summer, he called me an attention whore for trying to get his attention. And so I got attention from other places, and
with
they
one of
made me
his
feel good.
co-workers, though, right? That's a very specific target that you hit. Was there a reason for it? Now, Mrs. Stevenson, you admit to cheating on him, but you say you got a good reason, right? Tell me what it is. Tell me what you did and what was your reason.
Last summer, he called me an attention whore for trying to get his attention. And I was like, okay, I had started working out and trying to make myself look good for him. I had no interest in anybody else. And he told me I was too needy and that, like I said, he called me an attention whore. And so I got attention from other places, and
with
they
one
made
of
me
his
feel good.
co-workers, though, right? That's a very specific target that you hit. Was there a reason for it?
No, his coworker contacted me.
And you said, I might as well?
I declined at first. I had been going out and hanging out with one of my friends, and he was going to work and telling people, oh, she's not coming home till this hour, blah, 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 blah. And so his coworker was like, oh.
Here's an opportunity. Mr. Stevenson, how did you find out about it and what happened when you did?
She told me about it, and I freaked out.
What happened?
I started screaming and ranting and raving and going absolutely ballistic. Just running through everything that...
Did you leave? Did you stay? Did you put her out? What happened?
I stayed. And still kept going absolutely ballistic.
How long was the house rocking and rolling like that before it calmed back down?
As far as the house rocking and rolling, it was rocking and rolling that night. And I guess our relationship continued to rock and roll for a little bit with that.
I can't imagine how hurt you were. I mean, that is such a tremendous betrayal. Was she ever apologetic about it? I don't know if she's frozen here because of the lights, because that happens to people sometimes. But she seems just unmoved, unemotional. Yeah, I did it.
For the first one, there was a little bit of remorse.
For the first one?
What? There was a little bit of remorse. You know, there was a time where I was calling her names.
In front of the children.
A whore. Like I said, our relationship was rocking and rolling for a little bit after that.
It wasn't right for him to call you names in front of the children, but you set that table that he sat at. So don't come in here with all of that righteous indignation about he called names in front of the children. You went and slept with his co-worker. You stabbed him in the heart, twisted the knife, ran it around a bit, pulled it back out, and put it back in. So don't go come in righteous indignation with the kitty thing. You know what I mean? You brought that into your household.
But he knows that's how I felt about the porn.
Very different thing. Cheating and porn, very different thing. I know it bothers you, and I get that, but they're two very, very different things. You with me? Okay, now we're going to talk about the second sheet. I don't think you're a bad person, Mrs. Stevenson. I think you're very, very rageful. I think you're angry, and I think you're hurt, and I want to know why. So, other than the porn, what issues of control or other anger going on in the house led you to do the things that you did? Tell me how you found out about the second sheet.
I had accused her of being with multiple people in between the first cheat and our arguments, and to dispute that, she basically told me in an honest confession she hadn't been with multiple people. So then I deducted that, well, if you're saying you hadn't been with multiple people, then that doesn't rule out the single. And that's when it finally came out that, yeah, there was another one.
Is that an accurate recitation of what occurred?
Yep.
Okay. You both claim that the other is controlling. In your paperwork, that's what you say. Why don't you tell... I don't think you're a bad person, Mrs. Stevenson. I think you're very, very rageful. I think you're angry, and I think you're hurt. And I want to know why. So, and I know the porn was a problem, and you feel like it was a personal rejection, insecurity. And the fact that it doesn't bother me, and I'm going to cop to this, doesn't mean it didn't bother you. And you feel how you feel, and you have the right to feel that way. But other than the porn, what issues of control or other anger going on in the house led you to do the things that you did?
Him putting me down, telling me that I'm, can't handle this, and that he'll tell me that I don't appreciate the kids because I want to go to work, things like that, telling me he's not going to appease and coddle me over the porn issue because he said my feelings are my feelings and I have to deal with it. He makes it seem like it's, because it's something men like to do, that it's okay.
So you just need to get over it.
Right.
No matter how you feel about it.
And he told me my feelings are my feelings, and I need to deal with it.
You said that he said that you didn't appreciate your children because you wanted to go to work. Is that it? Did I get that right?
Objection.
Do you, hang on. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like he's like this with you?
All the time.
That he's picking at you?
All the time.
That he's pointing at you?
Yep.
That you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough? And then you throw the porn on top of that and you get, I'm rageful and angry because I feel
And there's
insecure.
a lot of resentment.
A lot of resentment. Am I there? Because I couldn't get with you. I didn't know where you were, but I think I found you. Okay. Did you hear what I just said to her?
I heard it, yes.
Okay. Do you agree? And if not, tell me how you believe things go with the control issue at your house.
As far as rebuttaling what she said and the being at her and the telling her that, she can't handle it, that wasn't something that happened constantly. It wasn't something that happened all the time. But yes, I did say certain things when I was angry, and I did run my mouth and say things I didn't mean when I got angry. When I would receive phone calls in the middle of my job about how, she doesn't know what to do to handle my oldest, or, I would call her on my lunch break, every single one of my lunch breaks, and she would rant and rave about how the kids aren't listening, about how they're not doing this, they're not doing that, they're treating me like this, and I hear that, they're not eating lunch at a specific time, or,
So you feel she was raining on you from the house while you were out there trying to work. She couldn't, get it together at home, and she kept bringing that to you, so you had to do that work and deal with that pressure as well. Is that what you're saying?
To a certain extent, yes.
Yeah. You also say that she's very controlling, and that's what I want to talk about now. You say she's controlling and needy. Can you, briefly and concisely, tell me why you feel that way?
I would be required to call her when I'm on my way home from work. I would be required to call her on every one of my lunch breaks. She created my Facebook. She controlled my Facebook. She had my Facebook on her phone along with my email. Every time I would go to my cousin's house and hang out for maybe half hour, 45 minutes, and it wasn't short enough time, she would ring my phone off the hook, ring my phone off the hook, ring my phone off the hook till I would answer. Then I would answer, and I would spend 20 minutes on the phone with her, and I'd have to leave, or, she'd promise me that I'd get to go and spend time with my cousin.
Got it. Know what's happening. Know what's happening. I'm going to say a little something. Hopefully I can redirect this train that's just way off the rails. We have a vicious cycle here of needs not getting met, and then people reacting about their needs not getting met, which further makes their needs unmet. What you're doing is you're insecure, you got a million kids at home, you are tired, you are cranky, you are sick of it. All you hear from him, whether or not he's criticizing and complimenting, I don't know. All that really sticks to you is the criticism. And the weird thing about being home with the children is you get nothing but complaints and never an attaboy. At work, you get a promotion, you get a paycheck. Paycheck is a huge attaboy. You get to talk to people, you get a sense of accomplishment when you do something at home, you get none of that. And I think she is overwhelmed by the enormity of what she's dealing with there. And then she's become insecure and needy and wanty, and you're just and you want him to be closer, and you're pushing him away by all this want, feed me, I don't feel good about myself, I need, and you just smacking him with I need, and then when it gets to the point where he doesn't give you what you need, you take it out somewhere else to relieve yourself of it, just like he was relieving himself outside of the home. You need to get yourself together within yourself.
And that's why I'm doing therapy.
Yeah, you need to do therapy, and you need to support her in it. First of all, kudos to you for staying after she did what she did, because I don't know if a whole lot of guys would have done that. I'm not sure I would have done that. So kudos for you. Kudos for you putting down the porn, because those kids were more important to you than that porn was. You
Not
got
for 9 years, though.
If you keep harping on what he's done wrong and do not accept and compliment him for what he does well, he has no motivation to continue to do better.
And what about him doing the same?
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. He's got to do what he's got to do. I'm telling you what you've got to do. So don't keep bubbling up with what was bad in the past when I'm telling you he's trying to do better. You did him way ugly wrong. Way ugly wrong. So you got to accept that and live with it and appreciate the fact that he's still with you. But you understand the nature of her week, right? She's at home with those kids. She never gets applause. She doesn't feel good about herself. You're the main cat to bring that to her. That's your gig. It's not just the money. It's the care and the love and the esteem and 5 minutes a day of what she's done well and honoring her and wanting to be home, as opposed to just, I'll pop my head up when Johnny gets on my nerves. That'll give her more what she needs. And we're cheap dates. It's easier than you think. You just have to make the time to do it. Do you understand what I'm telling you both? This matter is adjourned.
I, at the very least, have to appreciate her more and try and be more positive about the things that she does do good and be less negative about the things that I see that she doesn't.
I did what I did because at the end of it all, I just gave up. After he called me an attention whore, I just felt like, what's the point of even trying anymore to keep his attention for 8 years? I was all about him. And I wasn't getting what I needed for that entire time.
Today on Divorce Court.
My husband disappear at night and go, I don't know where.
I'm not cheating on her. I have younger friends.
He lies. He does nothing but tell stories.
Her thing is more like, you know, stay home, sleep in the bed with me, lay down. I can't do all that. I'm alive.
He wants totally different things than I do, so I'm not sure where we at and what's gonna happen.
I can't be with a woman who's very controlling, upset, all the time, never having a nice thing to say, nasty in the house, kicking holes in the door.
We can't have a conversation without arguing with each other or name calling or getting out of control, and I just don't want to talk anymore.
I can't really be a person staying there, being in your life, and it's a constant struggle, constant battle.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with James Pascal and Marie Pascal. The two of you have been together for 22 years.
Yes,
married for 6, but you don't want to be married anymore. Mr. Pascal, you are asking for a significant amount of money for some broken items, and we will talk about that momentarily, but I'm going to talk to you first, Mrs. Pascal. Why don't you tell me a little bit about how the two of you got together those 22 years ago?
We met when we were kids. I was like 16 when we met, and I got pregnant. My parents were divorced, so I got sent to New York. We split, and we got back together when I moved back to Miami, and we've been together since, and that's where we at now.
You pretty much agree with that?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that.
Pretty much the basic fact.
Right.
I understand, however, that he had a significant injury early on in your relationship. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, he got really burnt at the house, and he ended up in the hospital.
How did he get burned?
From a grease fire.
Oh, okay.
He was frying or something, and it blew up the oil, went all over him. He was like 3rd-degree burnt everywhere. I was there for him. I spent almost a month in the hospital.
She really wasn't there as much.
Hang on, I'm gonna get your side of that story.
Well, he ended up in the hospital, and I had to really quit my job for about a month to take care of him. And as soon as he started getting better, which he's now, he started acting up again, like he always do.
Okay. Mr. Pascal, you say she wasn't really there for you when you were burned?
No, she wasn't really there. It was mostly my daughter that was there, but she wasn't really there.
How long had you been together when that incident occurred?
This is not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
Right.
Not too long ago. So you contend that now he's all healed up and better, he's out running around.
Oh, he done that before, Your Honor.
Okay, well tell me about early on when you first met him.
Well, the first incident was we were already living together at the time. He had a girl call my house and told me that she was sleeping with him. And I told him, I said, look, this girl called my house and saying all that stuff. He was like, oh, don't worry about it. It's a prank call. It's a prank call. Don't worry about it. At that point, he really didn't come out of the room when the girl showed up at my door. And my daughter opens the door. He stayed in the room. I said, aren't you going to come out so you can, like, talk to her and stuff? He's like, no, let's not worry about it. By that time, the girl left. Okay. Found out that Ben knew this girl, and his mother even knew the girl. So
now, Mr. Pascal, do you know the woman about whom we speak?
Yeah, I know about the woman, but it wasn't.
Did she come to the door?
She knocked on the window, but I wasn't.
Were you hiding in the bedroom?
No, I wasn't hiding in the bedroom. I just didn't know who was at the door. I was in the bedroom, but I didn't know who was asking me.
So you didn't come out and inquire who was tapping on the door?
She said there's a lady out there. I was like, who is she? But she gave me a different name of the girl that I called her by a nickname. So she gave me a name that I didn't know who she was.
So were you fooling around on her in the beginning?
No.
Let's just look. It's at the end now. We can cop to everything.
I wasn't fooling around.
Never at any point in time?
No, at any point in time, I wasn't fooling around.
Well, he's everybody's savior. He wants to help every young girl in the world.
I'm just a nice person. I do things for people. That's what I do. I help people out.
Why do you think Mr. Pascal is running around with younger women now that he's all healed up?
I mean, I understand having friends. I have no problem having female friends. But when they start calling the house at 6 a.m., 4 in the morning, and if he spend one day with me, he don't talk to anyone, these girls are calling, oh, you ignoring me. And like, who are you to be worrying about what he's ignoring you? He doesn't want to talk to you today, period. And so he would tell me, like, why are you talking to them like that? You shouldn't be. And these girls literally know me. I don't know them. I had one told me that, well, that's why nobody likes you. I'm like, well, how do you know? I don't even know you. I don't know you.
Now, do you know about the young ladies that we're talking
I know
about?
The young lady, that's not the problem. The problem is that she's mean. So I find myself hanging with other people. Let me give you an example. She's at the house, so what she does is, when she gets upset, she kicks holes in the walls. All my doors got holes. Every door I got. If I had a fixture problem, she's the fixture problem. She's the one putting the holes in the walls, kicking in the door, slamming. Most of my stuff is broken because of her. If she finds herself getting angry, it's over. Everybody.
What does she get angry about? Is it always an issue of infidelity, or there are other matters that send her off?
I mean, I really don't know what makes her so angry. The thing
Mr. Pascal, I don't believe that. There's always a run-up to an argument. She says something. It may not make sense to you, but you know what she's talking about.
It's her control problem, I think. Her control issues make it seem like she has to have everything in order for me. Everything's got to be my way, her way. No, it's not. It's not that. Her thing is, if I'm here doing what I got to do, she'll stop me. If I have friends, she'll tell them not to come over. She's very aggressive with my friend. I can't introduce her to somebody, or she won't even meet them. She'll stay completely rude and won't even meet nobody.
Okay. Ms. Pascal, do you have a bit of an anger issue? And cop to it if you do.
I do. But
anger's an understatement.
Your Honor, I'm not going to lie.
That's an understatement, anger.
I'm not going to lie. He thinks every woman is crazy. He thinks women, period, are crazy. I said, no, we're not crazy. It's you drove us crazy. Okay, I'm not crazy, Your Honor. I promise. I'm not.
Whatever.
Now, I want to talk about your belief that he lies to get attention, what he's lying about, and why he's doing it.
Talking to these women, they'll talk like, since you didn't take care of your husband, that's why he's looking for a friend to talk to, obviously. Why don't you put your dog on a leash? My dog. That's my dog.
So you say Mr. Pascal lies to get attention. Why don't you give me some examples of times where he's done that?
Talking to these women, they'll talk like, oh, he's a good man. You the one that has the problem.
Stop.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, you're the problem. He's like, one of them told me, well, since you didn't take care of your husband, that's why he's looking for a friend to talk to, obviously. Why don't you put your dog on a leash?
Why don't you put your dog on a leash in reference to you?
My dog. That's my dog. That's what she says.
Oh,
put him on a leash.
Dog. Put him on a leash.
Yes,
so he
that's
can
what she
stay
says.
Okay. Tell me about some lies he told, like the time where he says he's at the food truck, but you can't catch him there. Tell me about that.
We have an iPhone. That's why I gave him a phone. I didn't give him a phone like that because I'm not that controlling, but like we didn't have a phone. So I bought an extra phone because I wanted a newer phone. I said, you can have mine. Just because he's at the house, okay? And being that he drives, it's for me to keep track if he's okay or not, honestly. Seriously, I told him, I said, look, I'm giving you the phone, because when I'm at work, like I see people texting their husband and stuff, I'm like, dude, I want to do that too. I want to have somebody to text. And he's like, okay, I gave him the phone. The phone is a problem. Now he doesn't have his phone because he took the phone, used it against me to do the things he's not supposed to be doing.
Mr. Pascal, you said she said she tracks you on the phone
to
make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
We all know that that's not true.
No, that's
not
true.
But tell me the conversations you've had about the phone and why she believes you're now using that phone to talk to other women.
Well, there was some incident, this is my thing, I keep the phone open. So she picked up the phone one morning and seen some text, so she said, okay, I woke up rude. I was like, so why would I have me have a phone? And you check the phone whenever you want, but now you want to blow it when you see something that's not even that serious. It's a friend of mine. So I told her I'm going to put a code on the phone. So what she did is she suspended my whole contract.
Your Honor,
She
Your
spit
Honor,
the whole phone.
Your Honor, he does things. He makes
that?
He makes everything worse. I've never known this man to fix anything. He makes it worse. After I told him not to have someone call at 6 a.m., he locked the phone. He put a code. The next thing he did, woke up in the morning, the phone was locked in a box. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're getting worse. So I popped the box open and I took the phone out. And so I said, okay, you're trying that? Then I'm gonna just shut down the phone.
And then here I am, I'm having a phone conversation, it just dies. So I'm like, what's going on?
And she shut off your contract.
She shut off the phone. I'm like, oh no. So I'm thinking my phone's suspended, but I just paid this phone. How is it suspended? Come to find out she locked it, put a code on the lock, and I can't even go in there and say, hey, it's me. She's like, no, don't take nobody that come in and say it's them.
Did you GPS him to a food truck once where he was supposed to be at the food truck, but he's never there?
Many
Tell me
times.
about that.
Many times he'll be like, oh, I'm at the food truck. I'm going to go fix the food truck. I'm going to do this. And then when he's not there.
Mr. Pascal, you go to the food truck, but your tracker doesn't say you're there.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
That fine app phone is wrong. It's something broken. It's broken.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Okay, so
it ain't me. It's broken.
Something wrong. The satellite ain't. It's not hooking up with the satellite, right?
It's broken. I'm where I'm supposed to be. It's broken. I'm definitely where I'm supposed to be.
Look, once my husband have a cell phone, once you see him buying cologne or have a cell phone he holding on too tight, it's a problem. Every time.
Every time.
Every time. Never fails.
Have you ever caught him? I mean, just in some ludicrous situation that he couldn't talk his way out of.
Well, he never show up. I would have caught him that night if he came out the room.
Now I want to change gears a little bit, Mr. Pascal. You say your wife is not creative enough in bed, and that is an issue you would like to discuss.
When I show up home at like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m., if he wasn't sleeping from going out all day, hanging out with other people, I would have fun. He's barely awake.
That's from years of me sleeping.
He's
because
barely
when
awake.
She come home, she's boring.
What do you mean she's boring? In what way? So, Mr. Pascal, do you care to share with me what you contend is a lack of creativity on your wife's part in the bedroom?
Yeah, it's like it's not mostly in bed. It's mostly like anywhere. If I want to go out, I like to have sex in a restaurant if I want to. Don't stop me. You know, don't come tell me.
Tell me what restaurant you run, and I'll make sure never to go there.
I mean, not in front of people, but like, you know, in the restroom or something, you know, spontaneous. That's all it is. It's just being spontaneous. I mean.
So you say she's not spontaneous?
No, she's not.
She's just pedantic. She's always running and tracking and trailing and all this kind of stuff.
She ain't that old to be
and you
tired.
never have any fun. Miss Pascal, are you? And I understand he's a little suspect. I get that part. and I know you run around with these young ones and won't come out to bed.
He's disrespectful.
And disrespectful. But are you any fun to be with? I'm not contending that he's not doing wrong, because I think he might be doing a little wrong. I think he might be. But I'm saying in general, are you always angry with him because you might be chasing him out a bit?
That's exactly what
with your attitude and your anger, making your problem worse, as opposed to addressing the problem and letting it die of its own accord.
When I show up home at like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m., if he wasn't sleeping from going out all day, hanging out with other people, I would have fun. He's barely awake.
That's from years of me sleeping.
He's
because
barely
when
awake.
She come home, she's boring. So.
What do you mean she's boring? In what way?
She's boring. I mean, she'll fall asleep on me. We could be having a conversation, she just doze off. I'm like, I was having a whole conversation.
That's because I worked all day and
don't
he
watch
was
no
home
movie with her.
doing nothing.
Watching the movie is like watching it by yourself. You tap, oh, you seen that? Oh, she's asleep. I'm sorry. But you know what I mean?
She's asleep. Yeah. Well, she works all day, doesn't she?
I mean, even on her days off. You get 3 days off, you're supposed to be up on the third day at least. I mean, she's up. She sleeps all 3 days. Damn it. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do.
Look, Your Honor, if like I said, if I'm home, I want to have a good time. I want to watch a movie. I want to do something. He's gone all day to hang out with people. And then by the time he gets home, I'm tired from being here. Bored all day. You know what I mean? It's like, it never works.
It never works. It's a never-ending cycle. Everybody's...
Never. He's out all day hanging out. And when I wake up in the morning, yes, maybe I might want to wake up and give him a kiss or do something. He's gone at like 6 in the morning to go hang with another female.
Okay.
Or a friend or somebody.
Now, you've been unhappy for a while, Ms. Pascal. Tell me what your breaking point was.
My breaking point is recently when we had an argument. He stood in front of my kids and called me the B word and told me he doesn't want me anymore and called me the H word again, and I was done. I said, that's it. I said, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm done.
Are you calling her B's and H's in front of your children?
Oh, that's a regular name, Your Honor.
What it is she was provoking me. She was very provoking. She's very provoking. Like,
provocative.
yeah, she's provocative. I'm one of the people that's like, I'd rather leave the house like I do now, because it's just too much of an argument. Well, I ain't got time for all that argument. That's too much for me. So what I'll do is I'll leave. But that day, she was like, she cornered me. You know, it's like a bear got you in the corner, you're going to attack it. So I told her what she was asking me to hear, I gave it to her. She was like, oh, you don't want me no more? I was like, no, I don't want you. I don't want you because you're tripping. And it's not me. I really don't want to have these. I don't want to have these discussions in front of my children.
Thank you.
It is you.
It is.
No one can force you to say anything. You can fall victim to it.
I fell victim to it.
But you're not. Yeah, but that's your fault.
Yeah, that is my fault.
That's your fault.
That is my fault.
You know, your children come first. And I don't care.
I mean, that's what I try to explain to her as a mean person.
But that doesn't matter. You're in charge of you. If she want to act a fool in front of the kids, that's what she's responsible for. You're responsible for the kind of fool you act in front of the kids. Right. So now I want to talk about why you believe Mrs. Pascal should pay you $1,600 for your phones.
Okay.
You're seeking $1,600 from me today. Tell me why you want that amount of money.
Because of the phone she breaks. She breaks every phone I have. I can't have a phone for nothing. That's why I lock them in the box. Now you know why it's in the box. So I can keep it.
Can you give me some examples of times when she's broken the phone? I mean, how many phones has she broken? What kind were they? And what was going on when she did it?
Okay, well, we were having a conversation. This is about the incident about the girl I didn't get up while she was knocking on the door. So what it is that I was trying to explain to her that she's not nobody serious. It's just a friend. But at the time, I guess a text came in, and while she was close enough to snatch the phone out my hand, she threw it to the truck. It just hit the 26-inch rims and shattered everywhere.
And how many phones of yours has she broken?
Throughout the years?
What you're suing for right now?
Oh, this is the one she broke here.
Okay, so you just want this?
Yes, this
reimbursed
phone.
for this one?
This phone.
Now, how old a phone is it?
It's a iPhone 7. It's an
iPhone 7. Okay. And Ms. Pascal, what happened to his phone?
I broke it.
Plain and simple.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why did you break the phone?
Because that's what he does. I asked him to please, the phones are for emergencies. I don't really like phones. I have them for emergencies, not for you to use against me. That's it.
Do you pay for his phones? Do you buy
I do too.
Phones?
We all pay for the bills.
I pay for my bill.
We all pay for the bills.
Oh, so you both contribute to the bills.
And if I had a reason for him to break my phone, that would have been him. Okay. But I never give him a reason to.
There ain't no reason to look for anybody.
There is no reason to break a phone.
True.
What about the phone turned off thing?
Please stop.
John, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give you some money. You just running your mouth.
No, I'm just...
You're not supposed to take other people's stuff and destroy it. Not only does it take things away from him, it takes money out of your house. He's got to replace it. Your anger is costing you money. That's called the stupid tax. You never have to pay for your own anger. That's silly. It's ridiculous. Now, iPhone 7, I know I got one myself. I know how much they cost. I can't give you full value. You know what I mean?
New. She broke it soon as I got it.
As soon as you have it, it's used. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you buy it, it's used. I'm going to give a little rough justice here. $400 in favor of Mr. Pascal. It is so ordered.
After 22 years, I think this marriage should be over because I think that she's just way too controlling. And me, myself, I need somebody that's nice and don't give me all them issues.
It's been a long road, like I said. I've known him a long time. I don't know how I'm going to do it without him, but if I have to, I will. I think that's the way it's going to be.
Today on Divorce Court.
I don't feel like Daryl is fighting for his marriage because if he was, we would not be living apart right now.
I cheated when we started young. It was before marriage, but when we have our disagreements, she likes to bring that back up.
Daryl's drinking is a problem because he gets drunk and says things about me that leads me to believe that he doesn't love me.
I can control my limit on beer, but alcohol, it kind of does bring the negative out of me.
He needs to stop controlling me and respect me for the good woman that I am.
I do feel like I'm old-fashioned, but not controlling. I just like steering people the right direction that I feel like they should go.
He wants me to sit at home and cook and clean and listen to all his orders, and that's not it. That's not what I'm doing.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Tanisha Leonard and Daryl Bartley. The two of you have been together for 8 years, married for 4.5 years, and you have 3 children together, correct? And you have a 4th child from another relationship. What I'm understanding is you're waffling between saving the marriage or just telling him to kick rocks, and you can't decide which one to do. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your situation and why you're here today?
Okay, well, I'm here today because Daryl cheats and he lies. He's constantly DMing females in their DM, and when I asked him about it, he has no explanation. It's just so constant. It's all the time, and he never gives me any type of excuse for it, and he constantly does it. I'm sick of it.
Are you direct messaging women, and are you saying inappropriate things when you do?
Judge, I'm not really direct messaging to say. I may, you know, on social media, I follow a lot of entertainers that get, you know, nude entertainers. So
New entertainers?
Yeah, nude entertainers. So
nude?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, you know, if, Atlanta is they call it a strip club capital.
Right.
So I go there often with my family and friends, you know, the guys' night out. So if she may look good that night, I might give her hard eyes. It's never anything.
Hard eyes?
You know, like it's an emoji. You just hit him with the hard eyes.
You were looking.
Because I like what you had on, or I like what you did on your little video. So I'm just giving you, you know, some thumbs up.
Do you see? Now, and I get that. Do you see how that can be taken by your wife as something disrespectful to her?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Let me turn the situation around. Imagine she was going to a strip club with guys in it, and she's giving them the hard eyes and the thumbs up and all of that. Would you find that disrespectful to you?
I probably would be offended.
Yeah. So, do you see what her complaint is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there you go. Ooh, that was easier than I thought. I almost know what to do. I was like, oh, wait, I thought I was going to have to work on Ms. Leonard. What else is wrong at your house?
Okay, Daryl also, I believe he has a drinking habit. I'm not going to say problem because it's not. He can stop drinking sometimes if he wants to, but he drinks and sometimes he'll drink so much he'll forget things that he says to me. Like, he'll say mean things to me about me and my family, and I'm sick of that as well. Like, why do you get drunk and then the next day you act like you don't remember?
Okay, Mr. Bartley, you drink, right?
I drink.
Everybody has, not everybody, a lot of people have an occasional cocktail. When you do drink, do you often get drunk?
I work 10 to 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So when I come home, I want the house clean, I want a nice hot plate, and I want me a cold beer.
Right.
And I don't see anything wrong with that. It might be 2 or 3 beers, but I don't see anything wrong with that. On the weekend, I do sometimes experiment with liquor, and that's when I have a bad reaction. That's why I try to stay away from the liquor.
So when you do get to the liquor, what kind of drunk are you? Are you a mean drunk, hacky drunk, careless drunk?
I mean, my friends and family say I'm a happy drunk. She tells me that I'm crazy drunk.
What kind of intoxicated person is he?
He's a negative drunk. When he was on his strip club binge with his homeboy, not coming home from work, I found him at a gas station, passed out drunk in his car. He was so drunk when I opened the car door and slapped him about 3 times, he still didn't wake up.
You slapped him about 3 times? He just slipped right on in there.
Yes, I took his phone from him and went through his phone as well, and I saw that he was talking to females, trying to hook up with them as well. He's always doing this.
Were you drunk, passed out in the car talking to women?
And the reason I was in my car drunk in the gas station because I couldn't make it home, and I didn't want to get a DUI. So I stayed right there. I knew she would come. She got GPS on my phone. She found me, and I didn't know where I was. I'm being real. I'm just being honest.
Oh, my my goodness. You say you used to cheat on her before you got married, but you've been on the wagon. You haven't cheated on her since you've gotten married. Is that accurate?
Yes, very accurate. Very accurate. I mean, when I was young, I was young and free. I didn't have any commitments to anyone. So I was just being young and free. And I don't think it was cheating.
Ms. Leonard, do you beg to differ?
Yes, I do, because like I said, it's disrespectful to your wife to constantly be talking to females. I mean, all the time. A family member brought a female to my house and sat on my couch and drank with me. After she left, I checked his phone the next day and he was messaging that female in the DM. And when I asked him about it, because he deleted what he said, he deleted everything he said. When I asked him about it, he said, it's nothing like that. So what did you say?
What did you say?
It was a business venture. I had a business venture for her. I really did. You know, we had no, honestly, me and my family, we do little things like that. We, sometimes we need a couple of them on the team to, if we need a exotic dancer for a party we got tonight, at least she'll be, hey, but it wasn't.
Gotta have her at the ready, right there.
All right, then ready.
I got you.
But you deleted what you said.
I want to turn now to, I think, the issue that's really getting under your skin. I mean, that's disrespectful and tacky and wrong and rude, and he knows that, and he's doing it as long as he can get away with it. But I think the thing that's really getting under your skin is that he's trying to turn you into Betty Crocker, a 1950s wife in 2017. So I'm going to ask you, what's he doing at home with respect to your duties, and why do you feel that he doesn't respect you?
She works 6 days a week, but she goes in like at 3 and gets off at like 9. And then I feel like she's off in enough time to take a nap, wake up, and cook dinner.
Since she's taken on a certain percentage of the financial duties, don't you think you should take on a certain percentage of the household duties? So, Ms. Leonard, why don't you tell me why you think he's trying to turn you into a 1950s woman?
Okay, he wants me to cook, clean, do all the laundry. I have no problems doing that, but I work full time. I work at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't get off till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when my kids get off the bus. So when that happens...
What do you do from 2 to 2?
I work at the post office. So, we're doing like getting the mail ready for the carriers and such. So I'm
you
tired.
work a 12-hour day?
No.
Not every day.
How often do you work a 12-hour day?
Okay, I work 6 days a week, and I work that 12 hours a day, maybe 4 or 5.
Does she work 6 days a week?
She works 6 days a week, but she goes in like at 3 and gets off at like 9. And the only time she works from 2 to 2 is during holiday season. That's the only time. And then I feel like she's off in enough time to take a nap, wake up, and cook dinner. I bought a crock pot. All she had to do is put it in the crock pot. When I get off, the kids get out, everything will be ready.
He could take the meat out before I get there so it'll already be ready. He doesn't do that.
I'm at work.
He doesn't help fold clothes. We have 3 children. You can understand, like, that is a big job for someone. He does not help me at all.
She's not
He doesn't babysit. No, that's what he calls it, babysitting.
Not taking,
How do you
not
babysit
parenting.
your kids? That's what I'm trying to ask him. How do you babysit them? Every time I want to go out, it's a problem. I have to find my own babysitter. I'm sick of it.
She's not keeping it all the way real. Okay, it was a time where my house was like a tornado came through it. I wasn't working at the time, maybe like 2 weeks I wasn't working. So I took in and cleaned the whole house, washed all the clothes. It took like all of maybe 2 days. Get the whole house right, spick and span.
And you did this how many times?
Once.
What? Okay, Your Honor, I have done it more than once. The last time I did it, I told her that I wasn't doing it again because she didn't appreciate it. She would come in and just throw her stuff everywhere, leave things out.
Let me ask you this, because since she's taken on a certain percentage of the financial duties, don't you think you should take on a certain percentage of the household duties?
I do. Every Sunday I get on the grill. I cook breakfast. I'm not a real dinner cooker. I will cook breakfast, and every Sunday I get on the grill and then it's like a neighborhood affair.
I just want to say this.
I can't cook.
If you're not taking on something entirely and just popping up with it on the occasion, it doesn't feel like help. And if you want to be praised to the hilt for some help that you do give, you've got to remember to praise her to the hilt for her doing it on the regular, if you want to be praised for doing it on occasion. Now, I understand that you work harder outside of the home longer than she does, and as a function thereof, she should do most of the housework. But yet and still, she's helping you financially. You should need to help her with the household.
She's saying that I should help in the house, but I don't ask her to come outside when I'm changing starters and changing tires and changing oils, cutting grass. I ain't asked for your help, so why you need my help on something that I feel like women, it should come natural.
It doesn't come naturally, number one. Let me tell you that. It does not come naturally, number one. And number two, help in certain areas in the house, like she helps with the money. You can't have a 2000 attitude to the economics and a 1950 attitude towards the division of labor. Right? Don't make sense, right? I'm going to ask Mr. Bartley next. What is your main complaint in the household and why you think Ms. Leonard wants to leave? I don't understand what you're so... I mean, he's goofy. I get that part. I understand that you got to go find him when he's drunk, passed out in the car. I get that part, too. But he's got a steady job. I think he loves you. I don't think he's cheating on you. He's a little disrespectful with the means, but why are you so upset with him? Why do you think she wants to leave?
Your Honor, I think she wants to leave because all her friends are single and they're doing single things and she don't want to be in a committed relationship with a guy like me. But Your Honor, look at me. Look at me. Would you want to leave somebody like me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm just being real, you know. I don't know. If somebody else must got the attention. I really feel like it's social media. I really feel like it's social media that got her distracted. Explain
that to me. Okay. What's the social media doing?
Okay, if we in the house and we sitting in the bed watching TV, she'll probably be on her phone, like, all day. Then you come over on the shoulder, what? You know what I'm saying? It's not anything, but, you know, I just feel like social media got her distracted. I don't have her attention anymore.
And you're a little concerned about the nature of the pictures that she posts, aren't you? That they're a little too sexy?
Can I send you something up here?
Please. No, stay there.
Okay.
I got Joe here for a reason. So tell me what I'm looking at, Mr. Bartley.
See all the angry faces? That's me.
I do.
That's me. She's saying all these crazy stuff about me and...
I really need to stop. This is you.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to stop wasting time on situations that are going nowhere. Why do you think that has something to do with you?
Because about 30 minutes before, we were just talking, and then she didn't like something I did, and she posted it on the internet.
So you're talking subtext.
Yeah, she texting me.
People, dudes, kill me getting married just to look like a good guy, but really they ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Please stop making permanent decisions off temporary feelings. Play your own blank heart. That's what you said.
That's what I said.
Okay.
That's how I feel, and I'm with it all.
What? I don't understand what you're so... I mean, he's goofy. I get that part. I understand that you got to go find him when he's drunk, passed out in the car. I get that part, too. But he's got a steady job. I think he loves you. I don't think he's cheating on you. He's a little disrespectful with the means, but why are you so upset with him?
Because it's been going on for so long. There's been times when he wasn't coming home at all. I had to put a GPS on his phone and find him. And I did at a gas station. Packed up his children, put them in the car, waited till he walked out and drove off. Because I'm just sick of it. He's not coming home. He just runs the streets all day with his friends. He'll be gone till 4 o'clock in the morning, moseying on in like, oh, it's okay. Where you been all day? What you been doing? Like, that's what I'm sick of.
You don't think his family likes you. Why do you think they don't like you?
Mainly because of the family member bringing the stripper into my home and then him saying that it was a business venture. You know, what kind of business venture is that? Really, what is that? What is your family on?
Saturday for the fight, we're having a fight party and we're gonna have some dancers there. She may be one of them. I don't know. You know, I'm just saying that's what we do. We do man things. That's what we do.
Why did you ultimately kick him out of the house 30 days ago? What was the last straw?
For that reason. The reason that someone came and sit in my house on my couch and drank with me, and then he knows her. How do you know her?
And he pretended that he didn't know her?
Yes, he didn't walk in and say hey or nothing. He never even came in the house. He just he stood outside the whole time. And then he finds her on social media. Like she was a nothing. Like a hood rat stripper. How did you find this hood rat stripper on social media and inbox her?
It's easy. It's easy.
How?
You know, the strip club
if you don't
community-
even know her, so if you don't even know her, how would you find her?
Mr. Bartlett, let me ask you a question. You want to stay married?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I love
You
my
love
wife.
your wife?
I love my wife.
Are you willing to be quiet long enough to allow me to give you some pointers on how to keep her? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's do that. Mr. Bartley, I don't think you're a bad guy. I really don't. I think you love her. I think you're a little goofy. I think you're under the impression I work hard and I'm not actively cheating, so everything else is off the table. That's all I have to bring is money and no outside kids, and then I'm done. And so I can drink, I can go to the strip clubs, I can hard-eye people because my job as a man is finished. And what I'm telling you is your job as a man is not finished until your wife feels respected, whole, cared for, and empowered. And she doesn't feel any of those things, and that's why you're not in the house. All of those things you do are not necessary to do, and it makes her feel like nothing when you do them. So you need to stop. You need to say, I am man enough to say, I won't do this, I won't do that, I won't do the other thing, because it hurts her. That's it, and that's all. You can't just say, I make the money, so everything's off the table. I can do as I please. That's why she threw you out. She doesn't feel respected. She needs more than money. She can make her own money. She can get a guy that makes her enough money. But you got to be a guy that loves, honors, and respects her, and that's not what she feels. Let me tell you something about social media. Everybody, you get together now, and everybody's got their life at home. They tolerate one another. Then they live on Facebook or they live in the strip club, and then they come home and tolerate one another. Make a baby along the way, then they go back to the strip club. Come back, make another baby, argue, fuss, and then you have to make a life together. What do you do together as a family? What do you do to progress the union? You got to get off of the social media and take care of the home front like it's important, and you have to be there to take care of it with her. You have to construct a life that involves engaging her in something other than arguments. You can't hand her money and say, hands off. I got to be a father. I got to be a husband. I got to be the kind of man. Do you have a daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to be the kind of man that I want my daughter to bring home one day. Would you like your daughter to bring some guy home that's drunk on the weekends, in the car, can't be found, in the strip club, and DMing women? Would you like that?
No, ma'am. I probably
Would hurt her heart, wouldn't it?
Probably kill him.
You are teaching her to take that by doing that to her. That's why you're not in there. Manhood is not from the belt down, it's from the heart up. Remember that. This matter is adjourned.
Okay, Judge Lynn gave Daryl a lot of suggestions. I hope that he takes her advice. Do I think he will? Probably not.
I think the strip clubs is causing a lot of problems in my marriage. You know what? I'm just gonna stop going. I'm not gonna go, but with her. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take her with me next time I go. See if she feel the same way that I feel about it.
He just doesn't listen to anybody or anything but himself. And that's the wrong person to listen to.
Today on Divorce Court, a May-December romance is one in which the parties have a huge age gap. Relationships are hard enough, but can you imagine being in a relationship with someone who's the same age as your mother or adult child? Today, we're going to meet Juliet and Ryan. They're ending their marriage because they couldn't bridge the generation gap. Let's go see what went wrong.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Juliet Musgrave and Ryan Musgrave. The two of you have been married for 4 years, and you do not want to be married anymore. Mrs. Musgrave, you are looking for a dollar amount associated with this, and we'll talk about that later. But why don't you tell me how we got here to divorce court today?
Well, my husband and I, like you mentioned, have been married for 4 years. During those 4 years, we have drifted apart so far to the point that I don't know who he is anymore. We have nothing in common.
Nothing in common.
And we argue constantly.
Do you think any of that has to do with the 21-year age difference, because you are 21 years older than him. 20 years old. To get it right, that's all right.
Give me that 1 year.
Yeah. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
Definitely.
Okay. Give me some examples of some of the things that have gone wrong.
When we first met, we met as friends, and then it grew into a relationship quickly. We were married within 8 months of meeting each other, and we didn't really know each other. We had to figure things out during that first, 6 months, and found out a lot that I didn't know, a lot I didn't like. Ryan's very secretive with a lot of things that I found.
Tell me some stories, some things that he's done.
For example, his cell phone, he's very guarded with his cell phone. It's always been locked, never have access to it. And I thought it was strange, but I kind of dismissed it. And one day he left it unlocked, and I was curious, and I looked, and I found messages on an app that he had to another girl, to another woman, and very sexually explicit. And I asked him about it, and he said that there were old messages from a long time ago, but that didn't make sense to me.
Mr. Musgrave, did you have sexually explicit messages between you and another woman on your phone?
No, not at all.
So she just made that up?
Yeah, I have no idea what she's talking about.
No idea what she's talking about at all?
No.
How about the person in your neighborhood that was much older?
Okay.
You want to tell me about that, Mr. Musgrave?
No, not that. The whole messages thing.
Okay.
It was when we first got together. We weren't even married yet. I mean, we just got together. I mean, within, I don't know, a month
so
or
you
two?
do remember it.
I remember it now, yeah.
Oh,
It was about a
okay.
month, but we weren't even together like that. And yeah, I mean, before I met her, I was on a site. So
doing whatever because you were single.
Exactly. But when we were married like that, that never happened. I was very faithful up until this other woman in Texas.
So how did you end up spending the night in jail?
Ryan and I had an argument that got really heated, and police ended up being called, and I was taken to jail. Ryan accused me of being unfaithful to him, and that's what started the argument. And I was trying to be really mellow with it and not have it escalate, but he gets angry and it escalates really quick. So it's what he thinks is what's the important part.
What's your version of that event?
That day I was very, very down, depressed. I wasn't heated. I wasn't getting mad or anything like that. She wanted me out of the house and I wasn't gonna get out of the house. So things escalated like she said and the cops were called and she was taken.
Who called the police?
I did. Okay. I did.
And she was taken down? And then when she came home, she had a restraining order on her.
She didn't get to come home. I moved another woman into the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
A day and a half later, he moved somebody else into my home and locked me out of it. My belongings, nothing. I wasn't able to take anything.
Was she charged?
No.
No, I didn't file. I did not. No.
Did you use it as a move to get her out of the house so you could get another woman in the house?
No. It just happened when she was out. I didn't do it purposely to get the woman to come in at all.
But you were seeing that woman already?
No, not like that at all. It was when she went in. I mean, me and this other woman, I think she's maybe 10 or something years older than Juliet. So,
yeah, so that's 30 years.
She's an older woman.
Yeah.
So
it just happened really fast.
How did she get to move in? It was like, hey, I got an empty room, come on.
Basically, yeah.
I said that sarcastically and I got stuck.
But at that point,
I have something
at that point, our relationship was over, though. I mean, I was down and depressed that day that the cops were called because I did everything I felt like I could for the relationship to try to get it to go better. But all in all, it wasn't. And when I met this woman, I found happiness again. I knew what happiness was.
You met her the same day that she went to jail? Or you already knew her?
I already knew her. She lived in the neighborhood. I mean, I already knew her, but it wasn't just the day that she left. I mean, it was more than a day and a half.
More than a day and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Musgrave, if you take this long finding something that's somewhere close to the truth this entire proceeding, we'll never get anywhere. You keep walking around and around trying to not look as bad as the things that you've done, and it's exhausting me. Mrs. Musgrave, what do you have to say?
Well, he mentions that he was at the point where our relationship was over. I had no clue that it was over. I thought we had just gotten in an argument, and when I came home, we would work through the argument.
Right.
We would still be married. I had no clue that he was seeing another person. When I finally did speak with him months later, he told me that he found his soulmate, that she was really somebody who he could relate to. And blindsided me. I
What
wasn't
about
ready
you
for that at
kissing
all.
another guy, though?
I was not ready for that.
Well, tell me what you say. She was kissing on another guy.
Yeah, like a family friend picked us up, I believe, and I went to go walk into the house, and I just happened to turn around and I see her and the family friend just casually kiss. It didn't seem casual. It seemed like they've done it before. It seemed like I've never seen them kiss anybody else before, like that, a friend leaving each other. He never kissed anybody, but they kissed that day in the front. She denies it and says, I'm tripping, I don't know what I see, I'm a delusion, everything. Like,
what is your version of that event?
We were walking
walking
the gentleman out, and you knew how you innocently give somebody a hug and you go to give him a kiss on the cheek. It was innocent. We actually met,
Yeah, right. Like weird.
and we kind of looked at each other.
Yeah.
We were both
kissed
amazed
before
by
you
it,
hugged.
like embarrassed, and that was it. That's what he saw.
They kissed before they even hugged.
No.
Yeah.
Well, let me move forward. Talk a little bit about the age difference and how that factored in to the failure of this marriage.
We were living in Arizona, and he was working at a Mexican restaurant. He ended up getting fired because he was inappropriately using a burrito in a sexually content way, and somebody saw him do it, and he got fired.
Mr. Musgrave, were you sexually inappropriate with a burrito? You say you believe that the age played a factor in the ending of the marriage. Why do you believe that?
We grew up in different eras.
Right.
Everything from work ethic to hobbies, what our likes and dislikes in music, how we feel we should treat other people. I mean, we were just raised differently. I've always been brought up to believe that hard work is what you need to do. You get up, you're punctual, you show up every day, you listen to your boss, and you respect them. One example is, when I met Ryan, he didn't have a job. Or if he did, he didn't last very long at that job. We were living in Arizona, and he was working at a Mexican restaurant. And shortly after getting hired, he ended up getting fired because he was inappropriately using one of the food, a burrito, in a sexually content way. And somebody saw him do it, and he got fired.
Mr. Musgrave, were you sexually inappropriate with a burrito?
Yes, it was.
Do you feel a little ludicrous about that? I mean, because it's a ludicrous thing to do.
No.
No,
No, not at all.
You just felt it was unfortunate that you got caught.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't make any sense. You don't mess with your dollar. You don't go do silly things at work. You know what I mean?
You're right, and
You don't get
I felt
fired
bad
when
about
somebody's-
losing that job, so I'm like 2 days later I had another job. I mean, I'm not sitting there not working or anything. I mean, I went to school, I had 2 jobs. I mean, I was really trying to put my foot forward. I don't know why you
Was he
say
going
that.
to school and had 2 jobs?
At the time when I helped him get this job in Texas, he was supposedly looking for a job and never found one. So he ended up getting this job. He worked at it. He was really good at it. But he ended up getting a little bit too full of himself when he was doing his job. And he thought he was untouchable. His boss confronted him about him doing maybe a subpar job, and he began to argue with his boss and began to be belligerent to him. So he got fired from that one. Didn't think of the repercussions, how it was going to, affect the family.
Mr. Musgrave, what do you have to say about that incident?
I got upset and I disagreed with the owner. I got upset with him, and I'm going to stand my ground, and he basically let me go because I stood my ground. I should have been paid a lot more than what he wanted to pay me, so I'm not going to step back from what he owes me. So.
Instead of just taking it as
Mr.
constructive
Musgrave, we've been
criticism.
talking about you a lot, so now I want to turn the tables a little bit. Well, I want to go to you and find out what you think is the major component or the major problem that you have that caused this marriage to come to an end.
Juliet became my mother than my wife. Like, tell me what clothes I would wear. She would not allow me to put the clothes I wanted on to go out because she didn't think it looked good with her wardrobe.
Isn't it too much kind of tell a grown man what to wear? So, Mr. Musgrave, what do you see as the major problem in this marriage?
Juliet became my mother than my wife. I mean, she would nag at me, put me down, belittle me, tell me things to do like a mom would. And I mean, they weren't all bad, but I mean, I started feeling like she was my mother, not my wife. I feel like age wasn't a big thing. I really, until like maybe a year after being together, then I started feeling like age was a problem.
Was a problem,
I looked at us as equals for the longest time.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect the woman, everything like that.
But Your Honor,
Give me a couple of examples of her nagging and being more like a mother than a wife.
Like, tell me what clothes I would wear. She would not allow me to put the clothes I wanted on to go out because she didn't think it looked good with her wardrobe. Just recently, she said, no, you're not gonna look good in that, you shouldn't wear it. And I wanna look good and feel comfortable and be sure of myself what I'm wearing. And she doesn't allow that. I mean,
that's not true.
Isn't it too much kind of tell a grown man what to wear?
If he wants to be looked at
What
as
about
an
you
adult,
throwing
he
them
has
away,
to look
though?
like an adult, not like a skater kid that just came in from the street.
Did you notice his wardrobe when you were dating him?
yeah, why'd
Yes,
you marry
but
me in the first place then?
I didn't marry your clothes, I married you.
Exactly, so why
The
is
clothes
the
could be,
problem?
you know,
See,
updated.
you fall into the trap of I've got the basics of what I want, and then I'm going to pick at him until he becomes the man I really want. And you can't do that to people. He was who he was. If he was dressing like a skater, that's where his head was. That's where his maturity level was. That's who he was. You can't get him and then get mad because you get the guy you picked.
You knew the age difference.
You know what I mean? He's a younger guy. He's not going to have the same mentality that you have, and you can't change him. You can't age him 20 years and make him behave like you want him to behave. That's not right.
No, I didn't try and change the way he behaved. Just, I didn't want to be embarrassed
Just
of what
my
he was
wardrobe,
wearing
right?
if I was going to be with him.
Yeah, but I can tell by your tone. It's very condescending.
I didn't mean it to be that way to him.
I don't think you meant it to be that way, but I think that's what he heard, which is part of the reason why we're here. Did you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
You know, things went very far south. And part of that was a guy that was a whole lot younger than you and didn't
Your Honor,
appreciate.
I didn't try and be his mother because I just try and to guide him in the right way. There was an age difference, and
Why not?
I was aware of that, and I didn't want to come off being the mother.
What form did this guidance take? What kind of things did you guide him in?
Well, him being so much younger didn't have the experience of going through some of the life lessons that I have already lived through. So I would give him my examples, and this is how I dealt with it. And he would take it as, this is how you should do it. And that was not the case.
Not at first. Not at first. I actually took her guidance in and actually went with some of it. But when I would not take her guidance, she'd become angry. She would like mess up the whole afternoon or evening because I didn't follow what she wanted.
Well, sitting at home is not my idea
That's
of
what I
being
wanted to
productive.
do.
I mean,
I was
you know,
off
we have a
work, not
household that we
working.
have to pay for, and we have a future that I thought we were trying to work towards together. And he doesn't do it.
He's playing a game.
Exactly.
Okay, he was playing the game. I want to talk about whether or not you respected one another's property and if that too had something to do with the end of your marriage. In the beginning, you were buying him a lot of stuff. Then you said once you stopped, he got angry. Could you very briefly tell me what that was about?
I stopped buying him things because I felt he was already given up on the marriage. I told him, I'm not going to provide you with things if you're not going to pitch in together to make this marriage work. So I told him that if you quit the company, then you end up, you don't get the company benefits. So why am I going to buy you things?
Right. Did that make him angry?
Yes. He says, you should still buy me things that, you know, I want to have, like nice clothes, expensive cell phones, things like that. He felt entitled to it.
Did you ever buy me a cell phone?
Mr. Musgrave, did you feel entitled to a whole lot of stuff that she was buying you?
If I asked her for these things, then yeah, I wanted them and I should have got them. I feel like at that time, because everything I've done for this woman, I feel like I've done a lot, and yes, I do deserve it. But at the point where she's probably talking about, no. I quit the company. I'm gladly going to quit the company.
Yeah.
I really don't care about that.
Okay,
It's not,
I got it. You want $283 from him. What for?
In 2015, I left Texas, left him. I knew the marriage was not going to work anymore, and so I came back to Fresno. And shortly thereafter, he calls me 3 months later, tells me the relationship he was in at the time wasn't going to work. Can I pay for him to come back home?
I was supposed to leave with her that night, though, that she also left.
So I did. I left.
Transpired.
When I was here, I was working at a job. I was getting up in the morning to get in my car to go to work out of town, and I back up, and all 4 of my tires get popped by somebody who had put pieces of wood with nails in them, and so when you back up, all of them pop.
Mr. Musgrave, was that you?
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
If I would have never came out, I came out and told her because I felt bad about it. I felt guilty. I felt
Not
like...
bad enough to pay it.
No, I'm not going to pay it. I mean, everything that I've lost in this marriage, I'm okay with it.
Emotional. I've lost a lot of money.
You know what, people?
Your Honor, I have receipts here.
Okay, thank you.
For the cost. I have an estimate.
Mr. Musgrave, you don't think you should pay it because of all the things that you did in this relationship?
No, I mean, it was my car, too, at the time. I recently had signed over the title to her, but at the time, it was my car. I mean, I was getting no use of the car at all. She was, like, taking it for whatever she wanted, not letting me use it.
I got it. This is what happened. You got a guy who wanted a bit of a sugar mama, and you closed your eyes to it. And you didn't say, why does this guy, 20 years younger, want to get in this relationship with me? You didn't take a good look at it because it was 8 months, and you fell into it. And whatever things that you saw were wrong, you said, well, once I get him, I'm going to tuck him up, going to get him together, going to get him right, going to get him grown, and you got mad when you couldn't get it done.
No, I thought...
No, I think so. I think he's half a jerk. I think if you paid more attention, you would have seen that he's half a jerk.
Oh, I know I would have.
And, you know, that's on you for not paying attention.
True.
Mr. Musgrave, you could be a better guy. I think you use women. I don't know if you're doing it now, but I think you used her, and I deserve this and I deserve that. You don't deserve nothing. Everybody gets into marriage and work and do what you got to do. And I'm going to tell you, when you do damage to somebody's property maliciously, you pay for it. Exactly. $283 in favor of Mrs. Musgrave. It is so ordered.
In the future, I will take more care to date somebody who I have more in common with.
I would have been with Juliet regardless of receiving gifts or anything like that because it was a relationship and I was in it for the long haul, the good or the bad. That was the extra stuff just came from her when she wanted to get it for me. So, yeah, I would still be with her.
I feel like I lost my best friend. It's sad.
Today on Divorce Court.
I want the judge to tell Danielle to give me my space, give me time to myself, and let me be the man that I'm supposed to be.
The communication between me and Lee is horrible. He never listens. If he do hear me, it goes one end or out of the other, because can't nobody tell him anything.
Trust issues going on. I mean, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I can't do it all by myself.
All he do is lie. Like, it's stuff that I don't even have to ask him about. He just lied.
I see myself being with Danielle for the rest of my life. That's my companion, man. Her being there for each other from thick and thin.
I need a man, not a little boy.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lee Fowler and Danielle Bradley. You two have been together for 6 years. You have one child together, 9 months old. But you are saying today that you no longer wanted to be together. Mr. Fowler, you left the house, and now you're suing for those things you left behind that she discarded. Ms. Bradley, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this relationship and why we're here today?
Well, Judge, me and Lee have been together, like you said, for 6 years. We've been engaged for the last 2. We do have a 9-month-old son. Since me and Lee been together, all he have been doing to me is lying, and I'm suspecting that he's cheating. For example, one occasion I went through Lee's phone. He was asleep, and I saw a text message from a number that was not stored in his phone. So as I'm going through it, I see a girl with a picture of her JJ. What she said was, "Is this what you wanted to see?" As if he's been asking her to see it.
Right.
Wow.
His response was, he had the emojis with the eyes, like as if he's blushing, like, "Oh my God, you something." Exactly.
I ain't want to see it.
So he say, "Ooh, I need that." That like literally like crushed me. Like it dropped like every thing that was in me. I just broke down. Like I just couldn't believe that.
And he laid with me every single night. He be with me every single night. He tells me he loves me every day.
And he's got that on the phone.
And he got that in his phone.
Can you tell me any other circumstances where you felt he's been disrespectful or unfaithful?
Yes, it's been another situation where it was Christmas time. He had asked one of his baby mamas.
How many baby mamas he got?
3. I'm number 4.
You number 4?
I'm number 4.
All right.
When we got together, he only had 1 at the time.
So he collected 2 other baby mamas while you 2 were together?
We wasn't together because I had moved on. I had moved out of the state and everything. Like, it was kind of like an on and off situation.
Right, yeah.
So
twice while you were off,
right?
He made babies with other people.
And then when we got back together, then this last year, then it was 1 with me.
Okie dokie.
He had asked one of his baby mamas, what do my baby want for Christmas?
Right.
So I'm guessing she asked they baby and whatever. So she texts back and say, you know, the things that they baby wanted. He asked her, oh, so what do you want? Like, she deserved gifts for Christmas or something. Like, who is she to be asking what do she, right.
Right.
He didn't even ask me what I want for Christmas.
Okay, Mr. Fowler, what do you have to say about these situations?
Well, Judge, I probably misspelled something that while I asked her. I probably just misspelled something up in there. But
He didn't misspell nothing.
Judge, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I had asked, no, I ain't no flirting. I already had it while I'm going to flirt again. My baby mama stayed miles away. She stayed way in another state somewhere.
Did that happen, though?
I don't remember it happening, Yana.
I don't remember.
I don't remember it happening at all. I remember asking about the Christmas gifts, but I don't remember that it happened like that, Yana.
There we go.
I don't
Same
remember
thing
that. I don't remember that. I don't remember that, Yana.
Same thing I hear.
Usually, if something like that occurs, Yana, she always have a little screenshot or a picture of it on her phone, and she always bring it to my attention, but she ain't never bring it to me, let me see that. And then you talking about I got another person over a private in my phone. I don't know that, but I don't know about that, babe.
What do you mean you don't know about that? Either you did or you didn't.
I know I did. I know I did.
I didn't see what I saw with my own eyes.
Nah, I know that she tried to wake me up. She look, Yana, I work nights. So when I know I came home, I laid down in the bed. It's probably about 6:30 in the morning. I get out of work about 5:36. I know I laid down. I know she came to me. She waking me up, demanding that I wake up, tell me I go get my phone with my phone, and she need to see my phone, and she going through her phone, and she got an attitude. So right there and there, I'm looking at her like, what are you talking about? What did you need to see my phone for? But if you were already wanting my phone and you seen that, why you asking me to go retrieve my phone and you know on my phone that already? What you doing in my phone anyway?
I'm exhausted.
What you doing in my phone anyway?
Ho.
Your
Honor, no. Tell me about when you went out to have a smoke. And she got, Don't be scared. Look, go ahead and do it.
Look, Yana. So I go out and go have a smoke. I promise you, I can't even walk out the door a good 5-10 minutes and I got the devil behind me.
You sound like I'm just that bad.
Behind my back. I'm talking about, I can't even step out the front door without her being behind me. I promise you, if I turn around, Joe, if I turn around, I'm gonna step on her. I promise you, that's how close she be on insecure. She don't give me no space, no nothing, y'all. I tell her I can't even go hang with the fellas, y'all. It's always a problem if I go hang with the fellas. It's always something.
Because it's always a problem that occurs when he leaves. When he come back, it's always a problem.
She'll text me with negative things, y'all. I ain't even gone 15 minutes and she know I'm finna go out and have a good time. She texts me, I'll make sure you wear a rubber. I hope you have fun with the little nasty skis. You and your cousin, y'all nasty. Yeah, we nasty. We ain't even did nothing. Yeah, I just walked out the house. Yana, let me tell you another
Lee
time.
is easily provoked. Anybody can persuade him to do anything.
Let me tell you another time, Yana. So I'm at work and she called me while I'm at work and she said, baby, well, come outside, I'm gonna bring you lunch. So I said, okay, I'm down with that. So it's this old lady that I be talking to. I be talking highly to the old lady about that. Yeah, I love her. This is my girl, man. Her gonna get married to my fiance. So I bring the lady outside with me while I come grab the lunch. And the first thing she said when she rolled out, what's she doing over here with you? I'm like, man, don't you see this lady behind me? I don't care what she doing. You
that lady wasn't
her too.
old.
This lady 65 years old. What I'm gonna do with this woman 65 years old, y'all?
Ms. Bradley, why do you think the situation was suspect?
I didn't think it was suspect, and she wasn't old, Your Honor. She wasn't old. It's just that, I don't know. Lee is just so sneaky. Like, I have to,
Sneaky?
He's
okay.
Sneaky. Well, speaking of that, let me redirect our attention. I understand that, Ms. Bradley, you spend a lot of time trailing him and tracking him and trying to find him doing wrong. So I want to figure out what things you're doing and if they're really warranted.
She steady going on the internet buying red bottoms. She want nails. She need new jewelry, everything. But we saving money. But at the same time, she's spending the money. So when we get to that point, when it's time to take care of the business, we got a problem now because she talking about where the money at.
Ms. Bradley, well, you tell me what his economic sins are. I understand that you two are really balling out there, spending more money than you're making. You got a whole lot of designer this, that, and the other thing, but you can't make rent. Mr. Fallon, would you care to respond to that?
Well, Yana, I'm going to start it off like this, Yana. Man, I always have a pot going on, so it's like when Christmas and everything, the birthdays and stuff start coming around, we always make us a pot ahead of time, so when we get there, it's already taken care and paid for already. So this time around, we had came up with a pot that we was finna, I think it was about to be Christmas time or one of our birthdays, either hers or mine. Birthday was coming up, but anyway, we supposed to call ourselves saving and everything, so we doing good, we saving. She calling me one day talking about, where am I at? I'm like, where am I at? What you mean where I'm at? I'm at work. I'm playing it off, but I'm at home in the house sleep. I done hid the car around the corner because there been packages coming to the house that I ain't been know about. She steady going on the internet buying red bottoms. She want nails. She need new jewelry, everything. But we saving money. But at the same time, she's spending the money. So when we get to that point, when it's time to take care of the business, we got a problem now because she talking about where the money at. The money is in the boxes in the clothes.
$300 Jordans. It ain't. Yep.
Ms. Bradley, well, you tell me what his economic sins are.
Spoiling
this child support is eating his checks up. He need like
how much does he pay in child support every month?
I don't know.
How much do you pay in child support every month, Mr. Fowler?
Well, Yana, I pay 4 cases on my child support, Yana. So
you have 4
cases on. I ain't never had to pay child support, Yana,
until he got with me. Now ask
how that happen?
Because Yana, I'm trying to figure out to this day right now why I'm paying child support, but I'm glad I am paying child support so I can go and get it out the way.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to stay home?
Yana,
you know what I'm saying? Having all these kids.
I stay at home. Yana, I work 2 jobs. She didn't tell you that. I work 2 jobs.
Yes, he do.
I make sure I take care of
our business. I do too. I work 2 as well. I work 2 as well.
But I deserve some time out. I deserve to walk away and go and give me a little breather. I can't sit down and keep. Look what I'm dealing with. She going through my phone already. So what else can I do? I can't never go out and go have a smoke.
If he wouldn't be lying and sneaking all the time, I wouldn't have to.
What am I sneaking?
I wouldn't have to.
It's called sneaking if you get caught. I'm right around.
And he's been caught. You see what I mean? And he's been caught.
Where the evidence
and he's been caught.
Yana, where the evidence? I want to know where the evidence is.
He's been caught.
Yana, if I leave my phone out, evidently, it's open season. You can see whatever's going on, but I don't be seeing this stuff. And then, a couple times she say she's seen pictures and all this going on. I'm trying to figure out where the pictures are. I ain't seen the pictures, but she say
deleted them, of course. Of course.
Can I get back to the money for just a moment? You guys are living a balling lifestyle. Can you afford it?
Yes, we can. We can occasionally. It all depends.
I wrote down what it is going in and going out because it's my contention that you can't. So here we go. Combined income, about $3,000 a month. Combined spending, $3,800 a month.
I said
so to me, you're $800 in the rears every month.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
I agree with that. I agree
that's
with
about
that.
right.
I agree with that.
Everything is behind.
Everything is behind. Why don't you stop buying stuff you don't
She
need?
can't, because every piece of bundle that she see and she see extra long stuff, she gotta have it. She gotta have it. She'll never want to take a break, Yana. She study high, so
but
she don't
he
want to take
likes
a break.
it. He likes me wearing long bundles. He loves it.
You know I do. I love it.
Long bundles of hair?
Yes.
Bundles.
He loves it.
How much do you spend in hair?
What? How much she spends?
Hey.
More than my Jordans. More than the Jordans. More than my Jordans.
How much do you spend?
Like gifts.
I want to know how much you spend on your hair.
Too. We need to put that down. I need to know too.
I want to know.
Maybe $500 to $600. Maybe every year.
No,
because they last a long time. You can wash them, condition them, reuse them. I reuse.
That's not the point. She can buy 3 to 5 bundles. Then 3 more months later, she want to buy 3, 4, 5 more bundles. You see what I'm saying? She want to keep adding to the collection. But she got a big old tote full of bundles that she ain't even using, but she still want to keep adding on. So I don't know what she doing. She a pack rat. That's what it is.
But no one says nothing about all the Jordans and jewelry that study coming to the house.
Hey, I'm going to stop for a moment, regain my composure, and come at it again.
We was in a club. A man coming past me. We don't know each other. I never saw him day in my life. He puts his arm in front of me, so he can feel the man rub his arm to make sure he don't touch me.
Watch out,
like,
homeboy.
and like try to push
him off. Push him off.
You want to go? If you want to go, we can leave.
Ms. Bradley, you say he's a pathological liar. Tell me what he lies about that's unnecessary.
Everything. He lies about everything.
Well, tell me about the car and the gas.
Okay, Your Honor. I know my car.
Right.
I know how much it takes to fill it up.
Right.
He tells me one day, for no reason, I didn't ask. I didn't say, did you put gas in there? He just comes in the house. Yeah, I went, I paid, this, and I went and got some cigarettes. Oh, and I put $30 in the tank. Oh, okay, so it's time for me to go, probably get the kids and whatever else that I do for the day. I get in the car, it's only a quarter tank of gas. Now, how did you put $30? It take $30 to fill my tank up on full.
She probably drove it up out of there, going to go pick up packages.
How? When I'm just not coming out the house. I'm thinking he must have then put the $30 in and rolled it out and then came home and then said, well, here you go. I did put 30 in there, but didn't tell me he rolled it out.
Okay, well, Ms. Bradley, you also
just be lying.
Yeah, you also say he has an anger problem.
We was in a club. Now, Lee's standing in behind me, so we standing up. We dancing.
Snuck up behind.
Stop. So a man is trying to get through. Mind you, we in a club. It's packed. It's crowded. We gotta squeeze through. Excuse me. A man coming past me. We don't know each other. I never saw him day in my life. He puts his arm in front of me. So he can feel the man rub his arm to make sure he don't touch me.
Watch out, homeboy.
And try to push him off.
Push him off.
So I had to turn around like, Lee, come on now. Like, you want to go? If you want to go, we can leave. So instead of causing a scene, we had to leave the club early because he ready to fight everybody that walked past.
What is your view on that incident?
Am I wrong, Joe? I'm a man.
Leave Joe
looking good in the club. She looking good in the club. I'm gonna let somebody walk all over her feet. I paid for them brand new shoes, them heels she got on. Them heels got, but he gotta watch where he going.
But if I don't have a problem, then why?
I got a problem. I got a problem.
You say that you're angry all the time because she's too demanding. What is she demanding about?
Like I said, I work 6-7 days a week, both jobs. I get off, I go right back in. I don't get no breaks. So I'd be at home one time, I catch me a little break, I'd be laying down in the bed. I'll let the kids tear up the house. Why not? It's their house too. Well, I ain't gonna keep running downstairs trying to see what they doing.
So that means when I get off, I got to come clean up all day.
I be tired too. I'm gonna let the kids tear up the house. I'm not finna keep running up and down these stairs. Look at me, I'm already big. I ain't finna keep running up and down these stairs trying to see what these kids doing. I know they ain't tearing up the house too bad, but I'm saying she get mad because you gonna let the kids do this. I gotta come up and clean up. I gotta straighten up. Okay, what's wrong with that? But I gotta go outside, cut the grass, straighten up, get all the plastic stuff out the yard. You don't let the kids and the neighbors throw everything in the yard, and you ain't did nothing about it, but you got an attitude though. So what's the problem with that? I don't understand what's going on with that, but I always got to move when she say move. If I don't, it's always a problem. That's her demanding part right there. She always got an attitude about everything.
I think I see what's going on here. Wish I didn't, but I think I do. Mr. Fowler, you say Ms. Bradley kicked you out of the house and you had to go. When you came back, she got rid of all your stuff. Tell me what happened.
So, Yana, she brought up the story about the pictures in the phone. So, after me and her got into it about the picture in the phone, that she accused me of having them in the phone, but I ain't get to see the picture. I get put out the house for 2 weeks. I don't got no clothes, no nothing. She done threw me out, took my keys off, my car key ring, everything. Yeah, 2 pair of drawers and a T-shirt. I'm going to survive off that.
You keep going.
I have a tank of gas, Yana. I'm outside naked. I can't do nothing, Yana. She got me outside for 2 weeks. She finally let me come back home. I come back home, I'm looking for my clothes, I'm asking where they at. She tell me, go look downstairs in the basket somewhere. I go look for it, they ain't even in the house. So the baby come tell me, I said, hey, I got $2 for you. Where my clothes at? Mama had us take them outside and throw them away. What throw my stuff? What you throwing my stuff away for? I don't do her like that. When me and her get into it, I don't put her out the house for 2 weeks, Yana. I don't put her out for 2 weeks and throw her stuff away. She'll have a fit. So why you touching my stuff?
Mr. Fowler wants $1,000 from you because you threw away his stuff. What do you have to say about that?
I don't think, I contribute to most of the stuff that I throw away. I buy him just as well as he buy me. And if he wouldn't have never been sneaky and lying, and if I would have never saw that in his phone, he wouldn't have never been put out. He took the things that he wanted, all the Jordans and the Levi's and all that good stuff. I say, what do you want me to do? You know, you leaving this. What do you want me to do? I don't care. You can do what you want to do with it. You know, acting all cocky.
But she know I'm coming back home, though. Why you want to put it up?
No.
I got you. Woo! Hello. Have you let him back in the house?
Yes.
Keep him in the house.
He's there.
Yeah, keep him in the house. Let me tell you something. First of all, you can't afford to leave because you can't pay no more child support. That's too much. You cannot pay no child support. You need to calm it down. Stay home. You don't need to be running around. You don't need to be doing nothing suspect. You know, already got caught too many times. You're paying too many bills. It ain't going to work out. You guys got to stop paying the stupid tax. The stupid tax is, you know, you wearing expensive clothes, can't pay the rent, got to pay a late fee. Stupid tax.
Right.
That's all the stupid tax. You get mad, you put him out, you throw away his clothes, then he's got to replace them. Stupid tax. Stop paying the stupid tax because you don't have enough money to pay all those things. Other than that, I think you should calm down, relax, get together, and stay together to keep us all safe from both of you. This matter is adjourned.
Well, we came in here together, ready to tear each other heads off when we came in, but since we didn't talk to the judge, and I guess we're gonna commence and go ahead and make it work.
Yeah, we're going to make it work. We're going to stay together. I mean, through everything, he's a great person. He's a great man. I guess it's just a couple of bumps we need to get through, but we got it.
That's what's
We'll
up.
get it together.
I love you, boo.
Love you too.